SBC Media Partners presents Shikellamy Braves Football with Kevin Herr and the Chief Dave Ritchie. Shikellamy Braves Football on WKOK Sports.
Going on YouTube.
Okay, we are now on YouTube. You can head on over to YouTube and watch and listen. And while you're over there, you want to hit subscribe because it'll make it easier to find us here in the next couple of weeks. But we are on YouTube, so please subscribe. Back to the lineup, Derek Torber-Ortiz in at linebacker, and he's made a big difference there at middle linebacker for the Braves. Noah Johnson and Chase Schwartz. In the backfield defensively, Owen Elliott, Corbin Stahl, Maddox Hoover, and Connor Fassbinder. So, what do we got here? Bloomsburg has come out to the field.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes. We're running a little behind because of the homecoming exercises, and we're actually past 7 o'clock. But I would say that within the next 3.5 minutes, we should get this game on.
Well, here come the Shikellamy Braves, and the fireworks going off behind us. Great addition. Wow. Looks like off in the distance, the sunset. Maybe we'll get some Aurora Borealis here tonight, too.
Did you go out and look last night? I mean, people are sending pictures.
I did not see any.
I didn't see any either. I think you had to be north of 80. Down?
Oh. I saw a lot of them from Sealand. Yeah, there were a lot of photos from down around Selinsgrove. Yeah, I didn't see any. You know, back in April, my daughter and granddaughter and I drove to upstate New York to see the total solar eclipse, which was amazing. Yeah. But, yeah, we didn't get to see that.
Right now, the JROTC color guard is coming out in the middle of the field for the national anthem. Probably one of the best organizations that Shikellamy taken on in the last 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they do so much to teach the kids about just helping out in the community, all right? Yeah. And, you know, doing things for free, all right? And that's something that it also gives a lot of these kids a feeling of family. You know, they get involved. They become part of what many people tell you about the service, all right? You just become a brotherhood or a sisterhood.
Alrighty, and as we await the national anthem, we will step aside. We'll be back right after this. You're watching and listening to Shikellamy High School football on News Radio 1070 WKOK. Great work, girls.
Super job, ladies.
And we are back just moments from kickoff.
Hey, Steve, I just got a text from Coach Bish down in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah?
He says if you taught and graduated from Shikellamy, you're not really a homer. You're basically an alumni homer.
An alumni homer.
I'll tell you exactly what he said. If you played for a team, then you announced for the same team, you can be a homer. All right. Thank you, David.
Well, we never said you couldn't, but yeah, I'm glad that Dave validated you, and thank you very much.
Yep.
Certainly glad you're listening. Hope you're not in Western North Carolina, but in Eastern North Carolina.
He's over around New Bern.
Okay.
All right. The home of Pepsi, from what I understand.
Alrighty.
He did tell me he still has trouble with alligators and water moccasins where he lives. So anyway.
Alrighty. Well, we were too busy talking. I didn't see who won the coin toss, but they already told us, and we weren't paying attention. We'll find out here in a minute.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see which team, special team goes out.
Yeah. Well, we talked a bit about the.
We're having a moment of silence now, but I forgot what it was about. Thank you. Yep. Oh, probably. Okay. Again, I speculate, but probably further down in North Carolina, that situation is going on.
And now Florida.
In Florida, yes.
Yeah, I've had some friends that are down there and checking in on them, and lucky they're all okay. But I asked one gentleman how things were going, and he just said bad.
Yeah.
So.
The things that we see nowadays, that we see on TV from these disasters, it's just hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
An entire town disappears through a mudslide,
Yeah.
or I saw down in Florida that the sand was blown up and covered the entire first floor of the house, so that the sand was up to the roof level. Oh boy.
Well, it's going to be the Braves that are going to kick off. As we mentioned before, there are three main players here for Bloomsburg. Wyatt Brocious is going to be the quarterback. Jack Catullus is a wide receiver, and their running back Jahari Moore-Stewart, just a freshman. And it looks like it is Moore-Stewart who is back deep.
If it's 25, that's him. I believe he's 25.
And it's a short kick, going to be covered by one of the up-backs at the 26-yard line. That's number 53 for Bloomsburg.
It's Ryan Schumann. He's one of the leading linebackers and tacklers on the Bloomsburg team. That's not a bad idea, Steve. What you do is you really put that second group of receivers in a tough situation, and they almost didn't cover that one.
So, what do we got here? Wideouts to the right. He'll send the running out wide. Oh, pass right down the middle, and that is to.
That's the guy we were talking about. Yeah, what they did was they lined him up at linebacker, and all he did was go right down the seam. He did it vertical, and nobody went with him, and he was wide open. Catullus averages 86 yards receiving a game. He scored 3 touchdowns off of that.
Well, what did he just get there? 10, 20, almost 30 yards.
Yes, he did. It's 1st and 10 from the Shikellamy 42.
And a reverse, a counter, handoff to Jahari Moore-Stewart. And
it's played very well by the Braves.
Yeah, they're going to say he lost a yard.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Bryce Broombaugh's been doing a nice job at defensive tackle. He was there in the tackle along with a couple of linebackers, but in that play, somebody has to stay home on the backside, and they did, and that was why that was not successful.
2 wideouts to the right. That's Crew Wheaton and Dominic Rossini. One back in the backfield. And a jet sweep off the left side to Rossini and blown up. Is that Ortiz?
Yes, it sure is.
Sure is.
He saw that hole open up, and he just ran him down from behind. That was just a great play by the Shikellamy linebacker. But they had it strung out pretty good, Steve.
Yeah,
they really did.
Yeah, he didn't make any motion at all towards the line of scrimmage. They had it pretty well defended. And that will bring up a third and, it says third and 10.
I would say 17.
Yeah, third and 17. Two wideouts to the right. That's Whedon and Rosini again, and now they'll bring the tight end over to the right side.
They get a tight end and a flanker on this side. I think we're going to get a timeout call. I'm surprised because I watched the Hughesville game last week, and that Bloomsburg won. And I'm telling you, Steve, they ran a double slot on both sides, whether they had the slot man with the wide receiver or they had him in halfway. The whole game. They ended up with one back in the backfield with the quarterback, Brocious. And now what we're seeing is we're seeing a tight end, we're seeing a flanker, and we're seeing basically a slot on one side or the other. Now they're putting people in motion, and that causes your defense, especially your defensive backs to move. But they're still in a one-back set, though. That's the one thing that they've run. They do not have anybody else to run the ball unless they get the flanker to come in motion and run the jet sweep.
Well, you know, last week, Selinsgrove came out in that Wildcat, a different formation, to try and confuse the Braves. Possibly what Bloomsburg's going to do. We'll end up seeing them go back to what they came with here. They got wideouts on both sides. They'll send Fry in motion to the left from the gun. Pass over the middle, and he's got Catoulis again.
You got to stop him. But you know, the thing is, you got to get somebody on that tight end. You know, years and years and years of coaching and being in the games, the first thing that you got to do is you got to knock the tight end off stride. And he came off the ball completely free on the right side and just did a little slant, and our defender was behind him.
Yeah, Fastbinder was step for step with him, but once he got that ball in his hand, you weren't going to bring him down that easily. From the gun, hand off. Now they'll get a whistle.
Offsides against the Braves.
Oh, boy. I can tell you that's something that the coaches preached all week long because the penalties last week.
Yeah, were tough on the Braves.
Yeah.
It really, some of the big ones hurt their drives.
Yeah.
I remember the horse collar out of bounds. Instead of a 15-yard loss on the quarterback sack, it turned out to be a 15-yard gain, from a difference of, I think, 35 yards.
Yeah, great catch in the this week's daily item of that as well.
Yep.
So, Brocious working from the pistol. He's got Moore Stewart to his right, and he'll fake it to him. And around the right side goes Brocious. He'll get down to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up a second and we'll call it 2.
Yeah, Broomball that time along with Willie Bender and also number 11, which I believe is Fastbinder, was in on the tackle. That's a good job. Actually, it was Connor Fastbinder. They only picked. I thought they were going to get more yardage on that because it was basically a quarterback naked sweep, and they got out there and got him.
Catoulis is lining up at the tight end spot. They're going to drag him across the middle, look to the outside, and he finds number 4, Shane Fry. And Fry, did he get in?
Nope. They're going to.
No.
They said his knee was down, probably at the 1-yard line. Whatever Bloomsburg did in preparation for the Braves is working very well because every one of the passes that Brocious has completed, the receiver has been wide open. That time the linebacker that was supposed to pick him up out of the backfield was on his tail again.
No huddle. Brocious will go under center. And it's a tush push into the end zone. Touchdown Bloomsburg.
Well, Bloomsburg did what Shikellamy would hope to do on their first possession, make a touchdown, and they used up 3 minutes and 20 seconds of this first quarter. And they did not do anything on the ground, Steve. All their plays for yardage was on the passing. This is what they do every time. They'll line most of the linemen up to the left and put the center and the kicker and the holder by himself. And they should shift over here. Now, every once in a while, they'll run a trick play off of that, but this time they will not do that.
The swinging gate. So it should be Ryan Schumann.
That's going to be a motion penalty, I believe, on Bloomsburg. Oh, they're calling offsides against the Braves.
Okay, and it was not Schumann. It's Justin Pegg who is the kicker.
So that's going to put him maybe a yard away from the scoring. So they might think about going for 2 here.
Yeah.
The coach is talking about it. I see some of the offensive wideouts and the running back, they're talking about it. So they're on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, just looking to see, did they take a timeout? I mean, the entire Bloomsburg team went off to the side.
Well, they should start the 25-second clock. They really should. Now, Coach Hoover's asking what's going on with this. Why are they over there?
That's what I wonder. Braves are down ready to go. Bloomsburg, they're over in front of their bench. They've not started the 25-second clock.
Well, they have to wait till the official tells them to. Yeah. Now he's gonna move his hand around now.
And I'm looking, they've not taken a timeout.
There we go, it started.
Now,
except the clock hasn't. There we go.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what they were doing there, but some nice extra time for the Bloomsburg Panthers as they trot back out onto the field to go for 2. And Brocious will go under center. Trying to find a spot just off the guard. Bloomsburg says he's in. The stripe says he's in. 2-point conversion is good. He had a fight for every inch that he got, but the 2-point conversion is good, so Bloomsburg breaks out early. 8-0.
Again, 2 offsides penalties helped in that drive, and especially the second one, which was instead of kicking for a 1 point after on the touchdown, they went for 2 after the yardage was cut in half. So big possession by the Braves here. They're going to have to try to answer.
Well, you know what? Even this early in the game, we're looking for the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game, and that certainly could be one of them where you giving up a point, especially if you lose by a point.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Catulus was big in that, and Shane Fry running back coming out of the backfield, got the ball down to the 1 yard line. So there were 3 passes that completely destroyed Shikelamy's defensive effort there in that drive. Roughly around a 70-yard drive.
Pollock and Vaders back deep to receive the ball for the Braves. Peg the kicker. Long high ball and caught and then dropped by Pollock. Picked up at the 4, looking for a little room in the outside. Not going to find anything, and he is body slammed to the ground by Catulus.
Well, one of the things that happens when you don't handle the kickoff, and it was pretty much of a nice high end over end, that gives that kickoff defensive team a chance to get down on the field, and they penned him in pretty good.
So 1st and 10, Braves deep in their own territory. The ball lying at the 11-yard line. And the Braves, 1 back in the backfield. That's Turbo Ortiz. Fakes a jet sweep. Long ball down the left side, and Pollock,
Nice job by number 3, knocked the ball out.
Yes, he did. Pollock had a step on him, and he's not getting up right away. They're going to call a timeout here, have somebody come out and take a look at Thomas Pollock. That's somebody you want to see down there. But, talking with the coaches beforehand, they told me they were going to do that.
Were they? Well,
they said that we're going to go vertical tonight.
The ball was there, and number 3 was beat for Bloomsburg, but that would have been Dominic Rossini. Mm-hmm. And he's also one of the leading receivers on the team, but he plays free safety, and he knocked that ball after Thomas had caught it. So I think it might be, I don't know, he got up pretty quickly there. We talk about getting the wind knocked out of you. That could have been the situation there, but I think you'll see him back in the game.
Yep. Well, they're going to take him over and check him out.
Braves with trips to the left this time, Steve.
Turbo Ortiz to the left of Raybuck. Raybuck from the pistol. Fakes it to Ortiz. Overthrows the receiver on this far side. That is Vaders.
Ball was thrown a little too high for Mickey to catch that. He had 2 blockers in front of him. He had Stahl and Walters there. Now they're going to bring in, I believe that would be Gadiel Valderrama. He's going to be one of the linemen. They took Charlie Walters out, and they'll probably play him at the tight end spot, but he's going to be in there for blocking purposes.
Well, the Braves, are they going to go back to the split tee? No. They're going to have an...
I've never seen that one. The lineup that way.
They've got, from the gun, here comes a man in motion. They've got 2 running backs to the left of Ray Buck. He hands it off to Vaders. Vaders going to get out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. But
it's a good pickup if it were a first down run play. That would give them the options, but they're going to have to punt here.
Yep, 4th down. Ball on the 16. We'll say 4th and 4.
Yep. You know, the play, the pass play to Pollock was there. It was a well-thrown ball, and just a great defensive job that time by Dominic Rossini.
Brocious and more Stewart. Oh.
He kicked it right into number 41, Bryce Broomball's backside. That was not blocked by one of the Bloomsburg players. That was blocked basically by the Shikellamy defender backing up and Brody going forward, and he kicked it right into the backside of Bryce Broomball. So again, disaster strike, Steve.
Yeah, it does.
7:35 here to go in the first quarter, and Broomball's going to get Bloomsburg's going to get the ball on their 1-yard line.
So they will go back to under center is. Okay, now I'm going to say Brocious is going to step up, and again, just student body forward.
He's in.
And I'm not seeing, there it is. There is the signal from the referee. Touchdown, Bloomsburg. So already mistakes just killing the Braves.
I would imagine they're gonna kick the ball this time. Yep.
Yeah, Justin Pegg, the kicker. Holder is Dominic Rossini, and they're going to go to that swinging gate. Bring them back over.
Pegg is also their punter.
Mm-hmm. Low snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Bloomsburg Panthers now with a 15-0 lead. Here still early in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're not even 5 minutes into this quarter, and of course the big play was that blocked punt, and it was not blocked by Shikellamy. It was blocked by one of the protectors.
Yep.
And you know, is it the protector's fault for stepping back, or was it Brody's fault for stepping into him? It doesn't matter. Yeah. It really doesn't matter.
They got it at the 1 and scored.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're doing what they need to do, is that when Shikellamy makes an error, they're making them pay. And that's what you want to do. Get a turnover, you want to score.
Tough start here for the Braves.
And again, the long high kick. Pollock backpedals to the 4. Going to go up the middle this time. Looking
That's
for a seam. He's got a block. Breaks it to the outside. He's got one man to beat, and that is Brocious. Brocious into his legs, knocks him down, but the Braves will have 1st and 10 from the 50.
That's Corbin Stahl that time back there. He showed a little bit of his speed as there was a nice hole in this side, Steve. He just came right up through it. But that's what happens. You catch the ball and you get going, and everything the kickoff receiving team was working out, blocking, got him started.
Well, Elliott will line up wide to the left, and it looks like Stahl and Walter to the right. And we're back to that split T formation. Ray Buck drops back. Oh, he's going to eat that one.
Number 64.
Hard.
Yeah, that would be Logan Trowell, all right, senior defensive lineman with the sack.
240 pounds. He's a big boy.
And he's fast too.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that you look at, all right, when you're looking at these guys. I was looking to see if he had any tackles for a loss, and he does, all right. So he's been a thorn in everybody's backfield this year so far.
Wide outs to the left and to the right, and Stahl, he'll go in motion. He'll come in closer. Keeper by Raybuck. Raybuck looking for some around the outside, and will get out back into Bloomsburg territory. It'll bring a 3rd and 9.
He picked up the entire sack lossage. Lossage, is that a word?
It is now.
It is that. We just made it up, and he picked up an extra yard. So you're right, 3rd and 9 here on the 49 of Bloomsburg. Lossage.
Yeah.
Hey, they physicality wasn't a word until about 10 years ago. Now it's the one used all the time.
So out here to the left, we've got Vaders and Elliott. So the Braves in a little bit different formation here.
Pollock's back in the game. He's on the far side.
Vaders fakes the the jet sweep. Pass to the outside.
Complete.
And he did. Made it. Slid down and got underneath it.
That's Elliott, I believe. Owen Elliott, all right, who had that big pass catch in the Selinsgrove game, followed by a personal foul, but that was against the Braves. So big, nice pass by Brody. He threw that a long way across the field from the right side to the left side.
So lining up wide left here where there's Fastbinder. I saw Stahl come over here, but I don't see him now there. Fastbinder will go in motion to the right. And we'll get the jet sweep pop. He's going to throw it downfield. Oh, looking for Turber Ortiz. Just a little bit too tall for Derek to come down with it. Incomplete.
That was basically a flanker option pass.
Yeah.
And Fastbinder had enough time. He could have set his feet and been a little bit more accurate. But, you know, you got to have a great touch if you're running with the ball and trying to throw it like that. But he almost got it there.
Yeah.
And the guy was wide open.
2nd and 10. Stahl and Walter wide right. Elliott wide left. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to Ortiz. Turbo Ortiz steps over a tackler across the 30-yard line. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down based on where the lineman is.
Steve, I have a really quick question. Every time we run the ball, we're picking up yardage.
Why don't we run
Why
the
don't we
ball?
run the ball?
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
I was anticipating your question. Well, not only did he run it, he jumped over it.
Yeah, and you know he's got that ability to slow and pick his hole as he goes through it.
Jet sweep to the right side.
Oh, nice
Vaders.
block on the
Vaders
outside.
Got some wide open spaces over there, and a penalty flag as he gets down to the 24-yard line.
I'll tell you right, Turber Ortiz, along with number 78, John Rosinski, did a nice job of getting the end for him that time. They double-teamed him and got him in, so is it against the Braves?
It is against the Braves.
Wow.
The boys in blue, again, that's what their 3rd penalty.
This was a 10-yarder, I would imagine. Yeah, from the point of the foul.
Yep.
They had picked up 5 yards. Now they're 5 yards behind the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 1st and, well, actually
16.
16.
Yeah. A hold.
Braves to the line of scrimmage. Stallwalter left. Handoff to Turbo Ortiz. Bulls forward to the 32-yard line. 2nd down.
Not as much. There wasn't a hole there that time. There was a little delayed start. You know, you were right at the beginning of the game. You got the quick hitting with Vaders, and then you've got that solid, you know, what I would call beefy running by Turber Ortiz.
2nd and 13. Turbo Ortiz goes in motion right. Throws it back against the grain, and Bloomsburg picks it up. They thought it was a fumble. Actually, that was a good play. I mean, it was not a fumble, but they picked it up just in case.
Well, Shane Frey playing at corner out there read that right from the beginning. They're lucky he didn't pick it off, but he never had a chance to really catch the ball, let alone catch the ball and go with it.
He's trying to get the ball to Vaders. You know, looking down here on the sideline, Thomas Pollock up doing a little jogging. I just saw Coach Mike Hoover come over and talk to the trainer, and now they put him back in. It's good to see him back in. He'll line up wide to the left, Stallwalter wide to the right. Backs in the tee. Raybuck drops back, looks left, fires. He's got Pollock open. He makes a connection, and down to the 25-yard line. Still not enough for the first down. They're going to be about 7 yards short. Got to believe
They'll go for it. They have
Braves
to.
are going to go.
That looked like a pretty rough hit on Pollock that time. It looked like a little high to the chest and to the helmet. and that was the quarterback, Brochus, playing safety back there that delivered that blow. So it's a good place to put your quarterback. You put him back there at the strong safety or free safety.
2 wideouts lined up to the right of Ray Buck. He'll bring Corbin Stahl in tight. Fake. Oh! Throws that one end over end, and it looked like Zane Thomas was looking for that interception.
I don't know if that was thrown to Mickey Vaders, who came out of the backfield and did a little curl, or if they were trying to hit Pollock as he came in from the left side. Any way you look at it, it wasn't close to either one of them. It was actually closer to the defender from Bloomsburg.
Yeah, he got up holding his head. He thought he had it. But that will give the ball back to the Bloomsburg Panthers. Turnover on down. So, again, penalty pretty much stopping that drive by the Braves. Brochus will work from the pistol. Looks, fires to the left. He's got the running back coming out of the backfield.
That would be Jerry Moore Stewart. And again, he was lined up in the backfield. He just floated out into the left flat, and nobody went with him. So somebody's got to have the back out of the backfield in the defense. And again, every pass that Brochus has completed has been to a wide open receiver.
Yeah. 35-yard line, the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 running back to the left. And now they're going to shift everybody over here.
Yeah, that's a penalty because number 2 moved over here also. Yeah. So that should be a motion penalty.
I think I did say everybody.
Yes, you did. You were right.
They were all going.
You were right.
Canadian football rules there do not apply.
We'd have to have 2. Don't they have 55-yard line in that instead of a 50?
Yeah.
I think the field's a little longer.
It is a little longer.
Yeah,
you're right. So they go back, same formation, probably the same play. 2 wideouts to the right. Oh no, they've got 2 running backs in the backfield. Going to move Catoulis over here to the tight end on the right side.
Reverse fumble.
Ball was in the air. Let's see who comes up with it.
I think Bloomsburg fell on top of it.
Yeah, they're showing second.
Yeah, that was Catoulis that fumbled the ball. That was a reverse play.
Yeah.
I don't know if they gave it to number 25, the running back, but he eventually 11, who was at tight end, went in motion through went backwards, and it was almost a Braves turnover there. They would have gotten that ball. It would have been great.
Bloomsburg quickly to the line of scrimmage and then stand up to get a new play in. And Brochus looks right, looking down the right side, looking, and way overthrows Crew Whedon.
He had Owen Elliott on his backside. He had beaten Owen. Nice move up front here, and the ball was well thrown.
Yeah, I'm going to say he threw that ball,
40
yards in the air?
Exactly, with a nice arc on it, too. Well, big third down here for the Braves. And again, probably 11 is lined up in the tight end spot. Yes, he is.
Yep. 3rd and 20. Whedon is wide to the right out here. Owen Elliott matched up with him. Looking for, he's going to get hurried and throws the ball away. Braves want intentional grounding, but there was
a receiver there. You're right. Nice job by Bryce Broomball again, along with 54, if I'm not mistaken.
Little extracurricular activity over here. First between a Brave and a Panther, and then one of the blue-shirted Braves got in there and pushed his teammate back. We don't need those penalties tonight, guys.
No, not at all. Not at all, Steve.
So that'll bring the punter in.
That would have been Jackson Kashuba in helping on that quarterback rush.
Nice high punt. Good kicking game here by the Panthers. Pollock at the 35 looks to the outside.
There's a penalty, a clip.
I saw that.
You got a man in front of you? Why would you push him from behind?
And it was away from the play.
Exactly.
Pollock was running to the left, and that was way behind him. We saw that against Central Mountain on that kickoff return.
Yes, we did.
And the Braves just piling up.
We won't tell you who did it, but he's talking to the head coach right now.
Yeah. oh, I saw who did it. His arms were straight out. There was no doubt who did it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking over there, and I don't know. Is that a stat you're keeping tonight, Steve? Okay, maybe you ought to. Well, you're right. We don't want to know.
5, 10, 5, 10, and 10 is 20, and another 10 was 30, and this is probably going to be I don't know, is it 15 yards on this one or 10? I forget. But they're getting close to 50 yards in penalties, and we're not out of the first quarter yet.
They haven't even had that in offense. Well, we'll tell you here in a minute.
Personal foul against Bloomsburg.
Wow.
And
maybe offsetting penalties?
I'm sure it is. Oh, no, they didn't call. I thought that penalty was thrown.
It was thrown over there where that push in the back was.
Yeah, so evidently they didn't consider it being a push in the back.
Yeah, I don't know. The coach did.
Yeah, well, we did too.
We saw that conference.
We to help us out here, folks. It happened right in front of us. The push came from behind, and the official threw the flag as soon as the push happened. I'm sure you people at TV could see it.
Well, it's 1st and 10 for the Braves now at the 38-yard line, so that's where the return was taken to pretty much. Handoff around the right side to Vaders. Vaders steps away from a tackle and across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he stepped inside. You know, he picked up 3.5, 4 yards there. Again, that's a great start to your series. You got 2nd and 6. You got a little bit more option on what your plays are going to be. It's a very, very fast Bloomsburg defense too.
Yeah, they are.
Even the guys down in the trenches there, the 5 guys that play up front a lot of times are the 4. They're very agile. They move well laterally.
Pretty big and strong too. Pretty impressed with the hits they're laying on the Braves. Turber Ortiz to the left of Raybuck. He'll get the handoff, looking for something, anything. He'll get 2 if he's lucky.
Yeah, maybe
a yard.
2.
Not a whole lot there. That hole closed up very quickly.
Third and 5.5. It's not 3rd and 5, and it's not 3rd and 6. So, or 3rd and 4.
3rd and somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. That's going to be the end of the quarter.
It is. It is the end of the first quarter with the score Bloomsburg 15 and Shikellamy 0. We will be right back with quarter number 2. Listening to Braves High School football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and watching on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915. With gas rewards at Wise, your everyday purchases can add up to big savings at the pump. So next time you're fueling the kids after practice, filling up your fridge, or topping off your dinner table, you can shop and save in-store and at the pump, so your wallet isn't running on empty. Earn 1 Wise reward point for every qualifying dollar you spend, and save up to $1 off per gallon with Wise Gas Rewards.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
And we are back on the YouTube channel. 15-0, Bloomsburg leading the Braves.
Big third down play here.
Back on News Radio 1070 WKOK. 3rd and 5. Pass out to the left side to Pollock. Pollock reaches up, grabs it, breaks to the outside. He's going to have the first down and more as he crosses the 25 down to the 15 to the 13-yard line. First down for the Braves. That was a big play.
It move. I mean, it was a bullet that Brody put out to him. Pollock caught it, and he did basically a drop step with his left foot and got around the corner. And you know what? He ran over the guy that tried to tackle him.
And Thomas Pollock, not a big kid, only 131 pounds. Raybuck in the backfield all by his lonesome. He'll bring Turber Ortiz in motion right. Low snap, gets the ball out to a Turbo Ortiz. Ortiz rumbles around the outside to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Shikellamy.
Boy, Charlie Walter put one heck of a block on the corner, as did number 15, Corbin Stahl. Boy, Turbo had open field there and did a little power at the end, but those two guys did a great job of blocking.
And John Rosinski, the tackle, comes in and goes back out, and it looks like he's holding up 2 fingers. So it looks like the Braves are going to go for 2, trailing now 15-6. And they will go for 2.
That was a nice play. They flooded the right side, and of course Turbo Ortiz coming through the backfield was all alone when he caught that ball. 2 great blocks sprung him on this side, though.
Running backs, 2 of them to the right. And it's going to be a keeper by Raybuck into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good for Brody Raybuck and the Braves. That'll tighten the score to 15-8.
Good answer,
yes,
Braves. Good answer.
Although, I have a question. Last week, the Braves in a similar situation, actually it was on the 1-yard line, and they went from the gun, Raybuck into the end zone, holding call. I was told this week they weren't going to do that anymore. They were lining up under center, but they did go from the gun again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they just didn't tell us the truth.
Yeah, well, you know what?
They thought we'd leak it out to Bloomsburg, all right?
Here we sit with our Shikellamy shirts on.
I know. If you can't trust Dave Ritchie and Steve Williams, you can't trust anybody, all right?
No comment.
That was a great job by the Braves. I still can't get over the block that Charlie Walters put on out there along with Corbin Stahl. That is the big difference in that sprung him the rest of the yardage. Turbo Ortiz with a nice run, too.
And getting some numbers here from Mr. Hartman. Brody Raybuck 4 for 8, 48 yards passing. Pollock 2 catches for 27 yards. That's in the first quarter. Second quarter already looking a bit better. Line drive kick. And
it's not going out of bounds.
It's not going to go out of bounds. Dominic Rossini picks it up. Finds a little bit of space and is finally hit and stopped at the 24-yard line. He watched those 2 roll out of bounds last week, thought it was going to happen, but it spun the other way and stayed inside.
Yeah, a little bit of English on that one. You know, one thing I noticed, Bloomsburg's kids play to the whistle. They really do. And, you know, that's what helped him get picked up that extra yardage. He got away from the first tackler, and a couple of guys sprung him, so he picked up a couple more yards.
And Mike Kogut, the head coach up at Bloomsburg. We mentioned they're on a 2-game win streak, beating Midwest and Hughesville. Last 2 games in a row. Pitch out to the right side to Moore Stewart. And strung out nicely by the Braves.
Sure did. And that was, I've seen number 60 was in the backfield before I think that pitch was even a couple of seconds. That's Gadiel Valderrama.
Yeah, we've seen him at times when Rosinski goes down play on offense, but boy, he seems very fresh on that line, just going one way.
Well, the Braves play basically a 5-man front, but there's only 3 linemen, and those guys are asked to do a lot. And that time they did a nice job of running down the pitch man.
Whedon and Rossini out wide to the left.
Oh,
Lots
boy.
of pressure. Go back to the opposite side to Catoulis, and Catoulis running all by his lonesome down the right sideline. Stiff arm, but finally run out of bounds. Wow, what a pickup for the Bloomsburg Panthers as they get into Braves territory down to the 37-yard line.
And the only defender that had a chance to catch him before he got downfield was blocked by the tackle, who came out and was downfield, but because the pass was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, it was legal, and he just leveled him, all right, and that got him going.
And we have an official time. Oh, we have a
player down.
Player down.
Player down, yeah.
Okay. And it is one of the Bloomsburg players. Didn't get a number. Of course, the home game, home field providing the training staff.
Yeah, Faith Genrich ran across the field.
She was out there quickly.
Well, she's young. She can run pretty fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
I talked with her a little bit last week.
Well,
Talked about her job and taking over for
Mike Elder.
Mike Elder, who was
Yeah.
here for eons. He was here since, I want to say, early 2000s.
How about 1997?
Wow. Okay, even before that.
The only reason I remember that is my daughter was a senior on the basketball
Okay.
that team. I remember him being here. It might even be before that. If Mike's listening, he could probably tell us.
Yeah.
I just got a text message that I trust Dave Ritchie and Steve Williams. All right, so somebody out there trusts us. Okay.
Who is it from, though?
I can't tell you. I will tell you later.
Alrighty, we've got some Bloomsburg stats here. Catullus with 3 catches for 88 yards. Wyatt Brocious, 5 for 7 with 116 yards passing.
Well, Catullus is 2 yards over his average. He has 86 as an average every game.
And that was first quarter stats, so he's over that now because of that long run there, or that long pass play there.
That was actually Shikelamy's Noah Johnson, I think, that was down there.
Yeah,
was Noah. And he's the one that ran him down. That was a good hustle by the sophomore linebacker to get him.
2 wideouts to the left. Brocious under attack, and a flag goes downfield, and no.
Oh, they're going to call penalty on him.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be offsetting because I think it was a holdover here.
See, now that should be, last week if the referees were here from the Selinsgrove game, 25 for Bloomsburg would have got a penalty for, putting his hand in the face of the guy after the call was made. But
Jahari Moore-Stewart, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
Let's see what they call. Here comes the referee. He's
Probably a hold against Bloomsburg.
Well, it was definitely a hold. I saw that.
And pass interference, yeah.
So it could have been worse, but it could have been a lot better, too.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, still from the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you, I think we have seen just about every unorthodox play that both of these teams have in their repertoire tonight.
Well, hopefully we don't get to re-see them. Oh, a counter to Jahari Moore-Stewart.
They had him behind the line of scrimmage, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and he got away. Picks up 6 yards.
Picks up 6 yards, yeah.
That's a delayed draw. All right, basically the quarterback sprinted out to the left, and he just stood there, and he just stuck the ball right in his belly, and off he went.
2nd and 5. Ball down on the 32-yard line. Bloomsburg breaks the huddle. They'll send Crew Whedon out wide to the left. Rosini coming out wide to the left as well. Moore-Stewart to the right of Brocious. Brocious fakes it to him. Again under pressure. Brocious runs down across the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
It's close to the first down, but not quite.
Yeah, about a yard, 3rd and 1.
I would imagine they're in 2 down territory. That's one of the things that Brocious does well. I mean, it's hard to get in the pocket, and they had contained on him, but he just basically ran up the middle that time.
Not a real big kid, listen, at 5'9", 165. Doesn't look quite that big, but he'll do the
tush push.
The tush push. Well, he didn't push him in the tush. He pushed him in the shoulder pads. Yeah. That was Gabe Dube.
This is the first team that we've really seen use that all the time, I mean, years ago, Shikellamy always ran the wedge play, which was very similar, but they never had anybody that was behind the back pushing them.
And it looks like Gabe Dube going to stay in as a running back. Brocious drops back, looks to the left, fires. He's going to man wide over the middle and into the end zone. Goes Jahari Moore-Stewart. Touchdown Bloomsburg.
Wide open.
He was.
Wide open.
Ran that slant right down the middle. Nobody in the same zip code.
Again, the Shikellamy defender was on his hip instead of, and not even on his hip. He was 1.5 yards away from his hip. So, and isn't that young man only a freshman?
Yes, he is. Jahari Moore-Stewart, 5'10", 170-pound freshman.
He's a very confident freshman, too.
Yeah, he did. He ran with a lot of authority there. A peg on for the extra point. With the swinging gate, Bloomsburg in position. Nice snap, kick is up, kick is good.
Yeah, Justin Pegg has a leg on him.
Yeah,
we saw his extra points and his kickoffs have been great, but he punted the ball very well too. So
I'm gonna look and see if he's on a soccer team. Might be.
It's good question. Of course, my partner Kevin Herr, recuperating, sends me this message: watch your feet tonight.
Oh yeah, he's a good one to talk.
Yeah, he's a good one.
There's a whole lot of things he needs to watch.
Thank you, Kevin. And Ryan has the duct tape for me. All right, got duct tape down. If you missed it last week, folks, I just about completely wiped out the entire broadcast when I tried to get up. All right.
You did.
I did wipe it out. Yeah. Never get a Charlie horse at the end of the game. All right, and you're surrounded by wires, folks. I'll just tell you that much. Deep kickoff to Pollock. Takes it at the 10.
Looking to the outside, and Catula's going to slam him to the ground.
Everybody wants to take Pollock and just, like push him down like a rag doll. Body slams, I guess you'd call it. And then to insult the injury, the guy that tackled him puts his hand on his hip to get up. Did you find anything out about him?
I was going to say, guess who Bloomsburg's leading soccer scorer is?
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, guess.
Is it number 9 for the football team?
It is, same guy. Braves with 2 wideouts to the right. That's the short side of the field. Stahl and Walter. Handoff to Mikey Vaders. Oh, check that, Keeley. It is Keeley.
It's the first we've seen him tonight in the backfield. If he got a foot, that'd be a lot right now.
Yeah. Well, Keeley going to come off, and Trevor Ortiz back in. He and Vaders would be in the backfield, and we're right now looking like maybe they're going opposite sides of Brody Raybuck. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they will. Raybuck sends Stahl in motion. Drops back, looks, fires. He's got a man wide open over the middle. That's Pollock. Pollock across the 30 and finally run out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
They might have given him out to the 36. We'll see. First down.
Yep.
They did, Steve.
They did.
That's the same play that he scored against Jersey Shore. Remember, he runs that crossing pattern through the middle. Nobody's going to stay with him as he gets there, and you just got to get it between the linebackers' positions. And except against Jersey Shore, he beat everybody around the end and went like 65 yards.
So the Braves quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Pollock out wide left, Corbin Stahl wide to the right, and they'll go under center. Raybuck under center.
That's an unusual play. Quarterback sneak.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that. It was like they didn't get the first down. I looked over real quick to make sure that they moved the.
They did have the first down because that's second down and 9.
Yeah, I looked over really quickly because I thought, well, they didn't get the first down. Yeah, they did. That was a goal line play right there.
The only thing I can think is they were probably contemplating the fact that maybe Brody could get some yardage up the middle. Now Braves call timeout.
Yeah, there was a lot of beef up front there for Bloomsburg. That's going to be some tough yards, that's for sure.
Well, you look at those guys, that are playing in those defensive line positions. They're all about 6 foot, 180 to 220 pounds, and like I said before, they're those kids that are like basically you don't see any. What would I call excess weight on them?
No,
but they're still solid kids.
Yeah, they are.
I like the way they move. I really do. Of course, the Braves have the same thing in their defense. I think the guys that are playing down, are very good. All right, they move very well laterally. They get to the ball. They just got to get to the quarterback once in a while or keep him contained.
So 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. 22-8. Bloomsburg leading the Braves. 2nd and 9 after that Shikellamy timeout. The Braves will come to the line of scrimmage. Walter and Stahl wide right. Pollock wide left. Backs in a T behind Raybuck. They'll send a man in motion. Raybuck drops back, turns, fires. He's got a man. That is number 4, Keeley, and Keeley will pick up the first down as he gets out to the midfield stripe.
That's a nice play. I mean, basically they ran everybody off. They brought it back over in the right flat, and Keeley just kind of hung around the line of scrimmage, and they got him the ball, and everybody had blown out of there, and he picked up the rest of the yardage for the first down. We haven't seen that one this year.
No, that's the first time we've seen that play. 48-yard line on the Braves side of the field. Line of scrimmage. Raybuck from the gun. He'll send Vaders in motion. And a handoff to number 12. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, he did.
The ball,
yeah,
Steve.
To Raybuck.
It looked like he was going to get stopped about 2 yards downfield, but he shuffled out to the outside, got a block, and he picked up 7-8 yards. On the, looks like they're on the 45-yard line of the Panthers. They are not the Black Panthers. They are the Panthers. Milton are the Black Panthers.
Just the regular Panthers.
Panthers, yeah.
The kind of Panthers you see up in Bloomsburg.
Okay.
Raybuck swings it out to the right. Oh, to the right side to Mikey Vaders in. He is smothered by Wyatt Schrader.
Yeah, Wyatt Schrader, another freshman playing linebacker, just read that one. Not a real big linebacker, but one that's very, very fast. And that was not a good play, Steve.
No, that
not
was
for the Braves.
That was a negative play for the Braves. 3rd and 8 for Shikellamy, and now they're at the midfield stripe. From the pistol. Drops back, looks, fires. As Pollock off the left side, and boy, the way he was spun around, did somebody get some face mask?
Face mask or a horse collar, but we don't have a call, but they're going to be short, all right? But I would imagine they'll go for it here.
4th and 1, the ball on the 41 or 43-yard line, excuse me.
That's penalty. That means it's either offsides against Bloomsburg, which I doubt. Yes, it is.
Wow.
They just, he's got his hands on his hips. Yepper.
First down for the Braves. Well, finish your thought about what it could be.
You mean about the
two things it could be?
I forgot what. Oh, either motion by the Braves.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Offsides by Bloomsburg and motion by the Braves, and that time it was offsides. I was watching the official, and he put his hands on his hips, so I didn't want to give the second thing it could be.
Yeah, I think technically they call it encroachment, but
encroachment, yeah.
Raybuck looks, fires to the left side. He's got Pollock. Pollock pulls it in.
He got tackled by the stick over on that
he
side.
Sure did.
You got to drop that, guys. I know the guys over there. I'm going to have a definite talk with them after the game.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Yeah, he got swung out of bounds and ran into the yard marker.
They did drop it as he hit it, so that was good. 2nd and 3. What do you think, Steve? 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Raybuck from the pistol. One back with him. He's going to fake it, and Raybuck looking to the left side, bounces to the outside, and is finally drugged down at the line of scrimmage, possibly.
Yeah, he probably would have been better off just to go where he went originally. He thought he got cut off. He would have picked up a yard probably, but that little spin around to get to the outside, good reaction by the corner and the linebacker on that side, and they basically, I think he might have lost a half a yard.
Yeah, maybe he did. Ball at the 31-yard line.
Well, we're definitely in 2-down territory here. Of course, now the shot clock, basketball season, down to under 10 seconds.
So Raybuck back split, handoff to Turber Ortiz.
Yeah, the Braves didn't block a soul that time. I mean, they tried a little play off the right tackle, and it was met by the entire front line of Bloomsburg. Now we're in a big play here, Kev. Here's Steve. I'm going to stop.
And it's
talking.
not basketball.
I'm going to stop talking.
It's going to be
tough.
tough.
Yeah.
All right. Pollock coming out wide to the right. Everybody check on their wristbands. Mikey Vader's slotted to the right. Turbo Ortiz to the right of Raybuck.
Timeout.
And timeout by the Bloomsburg Panthers.
Yeah, it's probably they saw something they didn't like with the defense, or they might just want to talk to him and get some, hey, this is what they've done in the past. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that gives us a chance to do the rules of the game. Rules of the game presented by Wiest, Benner, and Rice, LLC. See what you think here. The home team leads late in the game, but the visiting team is driving for the go-ahead touchdown. On 3rd and 5, the teams break the huddle, but the home team only has 10 on the field. A player steps onto the field and lines up at linebacker and intercepts the pass. What is the call?
I would say that it's illegal participation. I hate these questions.
I know.
Steve.
Well, you were right.
Because you can't you have to be in the huddle, or you have to be,
Right. You have to be inside the hash mark.
inside the hash mark. And if he just steps on,
Yes.
the play's dead. all
Okay.
right? So-
Well, let me give you an example of where that was not called. And this was back in the 80s. Shikellamy at Berwick against the George Curry Bulldogs. The Braves
I was
driving
there.
for the winning touchdown, and Curry kind of snuck somebody in there, and the referees did not catch it. Turbo Ortiz in motion into the backfield with Raybuck. Long count.
Hard count, yeah.
Trying to draw him offside. And that's
They're probably
exactly what they were talking
They're
about.
going to call timeout here, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about. Well, the rules of the game presented by Wiest, Benner, and Rice, LLC in Sunbury. When you need help with the rules of the law, contact Wiest, Benner, and Rice, and they'll guide you through personal injury, accident, divorce, family, and estate law, civil and human rights, and criminal law. Call them at 286-4022.
Kevin used to have those. He'd do them for me. I think he just tried to make me feel small once in a while, Steve. So that's why I don't like them. I shouldn't say I don't like them.
Well, you've gotten them all right, though.
Yeah, for yours, all right. But he's come up with some dandies, I'll tell you.
Well,
right?
I'm trying to come up with odd plays that have actually happened to the
yeah.
Braves through the years, and that.
I remember,
well, I'll tell you what.
I remember that one.
Oh man, that was in standing room only crowd in front of Crispin Field, and I think that was the one. The game was rained out Friday night, and it was played on Saturday night, and boy, the place is just as packed as it was the night before in the pouring rain. The Braves still going to go for it. Fake the sweep. Fires over here to Pollock. Pollock with catch into the inside of the 10, down at the 8. First down, Shikellamy.
You can't stop him. You try to contain him, and that's like the third big play that Pollock has made, and the third big pass that Brody has made. It's just a great connection, all right? So we have first and goal? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Ball inside of the 10-yard line. First and goal.
There's lots of time left.
From the 9. Pollock will go out wide to the left. 2:24 to go in the second quarter. Two backs to the right of Raybuck. He'll bring Stahl in motion. Stahl. And Vaders with a handoff off the left side, trying to follow that block of Corbin Stahl. You get
maybe 2.
Yeah, not a lot.
Well, he did what he's supposed to do. He did, instead of going east and west, he turned up when the hole was there. Unfortunately, he got 2 yards down the field, and there's the linebacker standing there with another guy, and they smacked him down pretty good.
Charlie Walter will come back into the lineup. He'll line up the slot on the right side. Stahl wide to the right. Vaders also out there. Wide to the left is Pollock. So that must mean Turbo Ortiz in the backfield. Pump fake. Oh, is that going to? Oh, I can't believe. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was going to say, it looked like Zane Thomas came in hard into the back of Pollock, and a late flag over there.
But they called it. Now, is this a 5-yard penalty? Is it half the distance to the goal line, and the down is over again, I believe?
Yeah, I think it's half the distance,
Yeah,
isn't it? 'Cause they're in, yeah, it's at the 7.
So we'll see what happens here. They're going to move the ball. The officials, first of all, he's looking for the ball.
That'll be the rules of the game for next week. So.
Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, all right.
It was over on the track.
Yeah. Well, earlier in the game, it was in the backfield. Nobody bothered to pick it up and throw it to him, so he had to run back and get it and reset it. So
yeah. So you got 2nd and maybe 4.
Yeah,
Or, you know, so
2nd and 4. And this time running backs to the left of Raybuck. Fakes it, goes left, and
Easy.
into the end zone goes Brody Raybuck. Touchdown, Shikellamy.
That was pretty easy, pretty smooth, folks. Now, if he were going for, he wouldn't go for 50 yards, but he was going to get 4 yards real quick there.
Yep.
Nice job all the way. Guys up front blocked well. Good fake by the backs as everybody went to the right or up off center, and he just took the ball off the left side and dove into the end zone.
And Ryan DePhillips in for the extra point. Corbin stalled the holder. Yep. Snap, kick is up, and it's low, but it's good.
And that was not a good snap. I mean, Corbin Stahl did a nice job of grabbing that, getting the right position, and you know, Ryan DePhillips, he's got a timing in there, and I think he waited a little bit when he saw the bad snap, but he got it there. So it doesn't matter how it looks. He had lots of distance on it. It was low, but hey, that puts the Braves back in the game 22-15 with 1:27 to go. That was a nice drive.
It was a nice drive. You know, the pass over here to Pollock, I was down on the field watching the warm-ups, and they were throwing, you know, the curl patterns and the ends, and Brody had a couple passes, and they weren't too good, and Coach Zeiders was on him about, come on, get something on him, and you know, and he looks over at Pollock, and Pollock is standing over there, and he's patting his stomach, and Brody just says, I know, and the next one, man, he zipped it in there, and that was the exact same play. So DePhillips will kick off.
Nice kick.
And it will be fielded at the 14. That is Rossini.
Oh, nice job by number 21, Maddox Hoover, with the tackle. Open field tackle all by himself. You know, he even walks like his dad. Look at that. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, let's see. What do they list him at here? 21 is 157, 6'1", 157. So he's already about 7 or 8 inches taller than his dad, and
20 pounds heavier.
20 pounds heavier.
Yeah. If you don't realize it, folks, Maddox is Coach Hoover's son.
Yeah. He's going to be lined up over there wide. There's 2 wideouts over there. They need to get somebody else. There we go. Yeah, Fastbinder's over there. Well, guess what? That inside guy's wide open, but the Braves defensive line gets to Brocious quickly, because I'll tell you what, Crew Whedon slanting in from the right side, wide open. If that had been a 2-step drop, he'd have been wide open, caught the ball down the field.
They're playing man-to-man. You don't have any extra people there. All right. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to get over here in 11.
Okay, he's going to go to the right. Brocious drops back under a lot of pressure again, steps through, drops the ball,
Braves out,
and the Braves got it.
That fumble was caused by Bryce Broomball. I don't know who came up with it, but he fell on it. So 38 seconds to go here in the half, folks. The Braves have the ball probably on their 21-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see who came up with it, but Broomball was close. But you're right, he was the guy that got the mitt in there and knocked it loose. Brocious running around with that thing
dangling out,
way away from his body like he was going to throw it. So the Braves, all of a sudden the momentum is shifting. 22-15, 38 seconds to go. They got the 38-second offense in there. Raybuck going to work from the gun. Looks like he's got backs to the left and right this time, not the offset. Fake to Turbo Ortiz, pass to Pollock, and well defended.
How did he hold on to that ball?
Well, he didn't. Now it came out.
They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, I think he was down. Yeah, he was hit almost immediately by Dominic Rossini, who spun him around.
And then there were 4 other guys on him, too.
Braves are going to take a timeout.
Coach Hoover Coach Hoover talking to the official. I don't know if he's. Now they
didn't take a timeout, or did they?
Yeah, well, the
I
official.
was going to say he was just winding the clock.
Yeah, but they mocked off 2 seconds. That they should put. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I say the Braves are over here. They took the timeout. They're over here. The referee starts the clock. They started winding the clock, and
you're probably wondering why they ran that play. That's a play where they get the ball to him quickly, maybe 2 yards down the field, and then what Pollock does is he makes a move and gets by the guy. Unfortunately, that time the guy was all over him by the time he caught the ball. I'm amazed he even held on to that, because immediately he got those 2 or 3 guys came over and they pressed him into a pancake, and he can't afford to get any thinner.
Yeah, yeah. Rossini was right on him. So Vaders goes out to the left side. Pollock goes out to the left side. Walter and Stahl to the right. And Derek Turbo-Ortiz to the left of Brody Raybuck, to the right of Raybuck, who's working from the gun. Quick drop, fires, and over the middle. Oh, broken up. That was...
he had it.
Yeah,
Charlie Walter, I think he had it, and somebody reached in and pulled it out, but...
Looked like it was, oh no, not Brosh, it was number 2, Whedon.
Yeah. That was a well-thrown ball by Brody. It had the speed it needed to, and it was delivered right on the money. And again, all Charlie Walter did was run probably a vertical, but he moved into the middle of the field on the slant.
3rd and 11 for the Braves. Raybuck, quick drop, looks to the right side, right back to Walter. Walter makes the catch down at the 18-yard line.
They're not going to get it off.
4th down,
No.
Time winding down, and the time runs out. Coaches say we called the timeout. Referees didn't catch it. Bloomsburg quickly gets off the field into the locker room while the Braves are going to argue a little bit, but that looks to be the end of the first half of play here with the score 22-15. The Bloomsburg Panthers on top of the Shikellamy Braves. We come back, we're going to have some stats and just some general
scores too.
General jibber jabber. We've got some scores. We'll get those to you, and we'll do that right after this. You're watching and listening to Shikellamy Brave High School football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
Would people describe you as trustworthy, committed, and organized? If so, you may be perfect for a career in accounting. And the perfect place to start your career is Lackawanna College in Sunbury. With associate and bachelor's degree programs, Lackawanna College can prepare you for a lifetime of success in a field where your skills are always in demand. Learn more about your future in accounting. Visit lackawanna.edu. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Troy Zerman, head coach. Meet my team.
Dennis, quarterback.
Glenn Williams, safety. Trevor Mitros, tight end.
James Stokes, linebacker.
Brian Janelle, quarterback. Tyler Undercuffler, wide receiver. Gage, running back.
At Zimmerman Motors, we're passing the savings on to you. We have 4x4 Jeep Compasses under $30,000.
So stop in and see why people have been coming from all over the region to Zimmerman's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Sunbury and experience what we call the Zimmerman difference.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
This world is filled with breathtaking moments where every road is an invitation to adventure and new stories. Built for those who crave exploration, freedom of the open road, and above all, safety. Subaru will take you through the rugged mountains and everywhere in between, empowering you to experience the wonders of nature like never before. Whether you're a trailblazer or a weekend explorer, come and visit W&L Subaru, where we will help you discover the joy of driving and embrace your love of the great outdoors.
The Northumberland National Bank, proudly serving our community for over 120 years. And now we've taken a giant leap into the future with a brand new online and mobile banking experience. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go. With remote deposit capture, simply snap a picture of your check and it's deposited securely into your account. Experience the ease and convenience of banking like never before, like checking your credit score on the go or applying for a mortgage right from your home. Visit our website at noribank.com. The Northumberland National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stadium, the Bloomsburg band, they're not, I'm going to say preparing, they're kind of milling around out there. Well, they did bring the backdrop out.
Isn't that a riverboat or something?
Yeah, looks like it.
It looks like a Chinese junk, but I think it's supposed to be a riverboat.
Yeah, I believe. Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Got the big steering wheel on the top there. So.
You got some scores from around the area?
Yeah, I sure do. Of course, the score here at halftime is Bloomsburg up by a touchdown, 22-15 on the Braves. Down in Hollidaysburg, Seals had to make that long trip out past State College, all right? They are down 22-7 to Hollidaysburg in the second quarter. Big game, Shamokin and Lewisburg. Those games have always been tight the last couple of years, and this is no different. It's 16-6 in favor of the Indians of Shamokin at the halftime. I have no score on Jersey Shore and Penwood, and that makes sense because that's probably out of the area. Midwest and Milton, no score. Southern Columbia 7, Danville nothing at half. I'm sorry, Montoursville, excuse me. Danville's up on Loyalsock 14-0 in the second quarter. Mifflinburg up on the Central Columbia Blue Jays 21-0 in the second quarter. The Muncie Indians up on South Williamsport 35-14 in the second quarter. Mount Carmel ahead of Central Mountain 35-0 in the second quarter. No score between Montgomery and Holy Redeemer in the first quarter. Hughesville and Warrior Run, big game up there in what I call the old West Branch League. Hughesville's up 14-7 in the second quarter. Down at, do you know where James Buchanan School is? Because Line Mountain plays them. They're in their league.
Yeah, they played them every year. I'll find out.
It's Line Mountain up on James Buchanan, 24-17 in the first quarter. It sounds like there wasn't a lot of defense being played that time. And Berwick up on Williamsport, 21-7 in the second quarter.
Mercersburg, Pennsylvania.
Mercersburg, okay.
And I'm going to say Penwood is, I did look that up as well. That's in western part of Philadelphia. I forget the name of the town it was in. But, yeah, I don't know how they – I know that James Buchanan and Line Mountain have played the last couple of years, but where is Penwood? I haven't even heard of it.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of interesting games tonight. That Lewisburg undefeated, Shamokin undefeated. That's a big game.
Yeah, it is.
I know that Greg Wetzel and Justin Michaels have just been tickled pink to do an undefeated season so far, broadcasting on our sister station.
And I think both of those teams, where did I see? They both have honorable mentions. I mean, Shamokin might be. Shamokin,
I thought Shamokin might be in the top 10 or whatever.
But I think they were honorable. I think they were honorable mention. But of course, Danville, right now number 2 in the state. We're going to see them next week, and they've just been a juggernaut.
Yeah. You know, Mount Carmel moved up a division to get away from Southern, but guess who's in their division? Danville. So they'll probably meet again in districts. I mean, Danville won against Mount Carmel in the regular season, but, you know, hey, you get away from one team, and next thing you know, there's somebody else there.
Well, that's what's great about football in this area. We've got, we're more than just one deep.
Exactly, yeah.
We've got a lot of tradition, a lot of history, and some pretty good teams. And, you know, in the last couple of years, it's been a lot of the haves and the have-nots. There's been a lot of division, and there still is some of that. But it seems like there's some schools that maybe picking up their programs a little bit. Maybe some of those schools that were, you know, way up on top coming down a little bit, but there seems to be a little bit more parity than there has been in the last couple of years.
I would have to agree with you. You know, Danville's been on a run for about 4 or 5 years, and sometimes they're a little bit. Central Columbia, which is usually good, has had a couple of bad years. All right, Berwick's starting to pick things up again. Selinsgrove's, I mean, they've been doing very well. You know, and so. Line Mountain down in southern Northumberland County, you know, they've the last 2 or 3 years they've played very well. In fact, they won their league last year. So and they're in an A team, so they're gonna probably be in when they make the playoffs, they're gonna be in probably a pretty good situation. They'll get a high seed and maybe get a state game this year.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Well, we are at halftime here. We do have some stats. Here at halftime for Shikellamy. Brody Raybuck is 12 for 17 with 103 yards passing and 1 touchdown to Turbo Ortiz. The Braves have 48 yards rushing in the first half. Thomas Pollock, 7 catches for 72 yards. For Bloomsburg, Wyatt Broches is 6 for 8 in the air, 140 yards passing. Jack Catoulis, 3 catches for 88 yards, including that one down the right side. I'll tell you what one guy to beat, and luckily got pushed out of bounds because he is just rumbling. He's looking good.
And that's where Noah Johnson, the linebacker, ran him down. He had a good angle on him. If he didn't get him, he was going in for the score.
140 yards in the air for Bloomsburg, 2 yards rushing in the first half. Can you believe that? I would have expected a little. I mean, they were 2/3 passing, 1/3 rushing, but 2 yards rushing?
Yeah, well, they had a couple behind, you know, they had a quarterback sacks, and also there was a couple of times the back got caught behind the line of scrimmage. So, but it's still hard to believe, 2 yards.
That's surprising. I mean, that was, you know, we were expecting to see the young freshman out there.
Yeah, you know, he's got one of those names that you know.
Moore Stewart. Yeah, I want to make sure I include them all. More. It's hyphenated. More hyphenation.
Jaree Moore Stewart. But he does have a touchdown on a pass reception from Broches.
So we are at halftime here, 22-15. Bloomsburg leading the Shikellamy Braves, and as the Bloomsburg band entertains the fans, let's take this short time out. You're watching and listening to Shikellamy Brave football on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
At J.J. Powell, we know keeping your home warm shouldn't be a hassle. With Easy Pay, you get capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery, so you can relax and take it easy. Don't wait. Join online at jjpowell.com or call 800-432-0866 today. J.J. Powell, take it easy.
Are you built for business? We are at Lackawanna College in Sunbury, and we can help you build a foundation for a successful career in business. Lackawanna College offers both associate and bachelor's degree programs, so you can go as far as you want to go. Take the first step. Explore our business programs at lackawanna.edu and see what we mean when we say we're built for business. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College. Visit lackawanna.edu today.
The Sunbury Motor Company.
Austin Martin, Kia Elite Sales Consultant, Maranatha Christian School.
Amber Wren, Certified Hyundai and Lincoln Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Ian Chikuski, Certified Ford Sales Professional, Mount Carmel and Shamokin area.
Christopher Stengline, Ford Certified Sales Consultant, Selinsgrove Area High School.
Tom Mertz, 4th generation owner, Sunbury Motor Company, Shikellamy High School.
A tradition of trust since 1915.
The Northumberland National Bank, proudly serving our community for over 120 years. And now we've taken a giant leap into the future with a brand new online and mobile banking experience. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go. With remote deposit capture, simply snap a picture of your check and it's deposited securely into your account. Experience the ease and convenience of banking like never before, like checking your credit score on the go or applying for a mortgage right from your home. Visit our website at noribank.com. The Northumberland National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The WKOK Sports YouTube channel, the Bloomsburg Marching Panthers, entertaining the crowd.
They have a very nice band. They've got nice size, a lot of members, and also they you can hear them.
Yeah,
they play very well.
Yeah, you sure can. So. Yeah, you can. We still haven't figured out what the scenery in the middle is.
Well, it's leaving us, Steve, so we probably never will.
We know, well, there's water. And we are back on News Radio 1070 WKOK. And, I was thinking as we were coming over here today, with the weather that we had today, this is a day that I'm pretty sure you did. I know that I did. The reason I fell in love with Friday night high school football, a crisp fall day, sunny, beautiful weather. We get down here to the stadium. We get to see a lot of people we know. It's homecoming. A lot of excitement in the air. The kickoff, it looks like Bloomsburg's going to run away with it. All of a sudden, here come the Braves, and, halftime, we got a game.
Yes, we sure do. And, I think we expected a game like this, but it's nice when our expectations come true. You are right. It was a great day today. I mean, yesterday was a beautiful day, too. And, it gets to be about 4:30, and all of a sudden you feel the change in the air. It's going to get cooler out, and, you can feel the fall. And this is what football weather's about.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing. We got 2 more games. The football season's going to be over before November gets here for most teams. And that's and all the sports, soccer and field hockey, cross country, they're all going to be over very early this year.
Yeah, I know with, I didn't look at the soccer schedule, but with field hockey, their games are over. They have some games this week, but I think, next weekend is when they determine the playoffs for field hockey. Soccer, if not, they're going to be very close. And I did want to mention that I did go up to Central last night to watch the Braves girls play. And, boy, they say you learn more from losing than you do from winning. Well, they got some lessons last night from state champion Central Columbia Blue Jays. Braves maybe in the game a little bit early on, but boy, when Central took off, they really took hold. I think the final score was 5-0. The Braves, Jilly Divert, they held her to almost nothing. I think there at one point she had like a 35-yard shot on goal, and they really neutralized her and really tested, Lily Fatul in goal, and just a great job, and showed why they're defending state champion.
Yeah, these 2 times they've won the state championships back to back. They graduated 6 seniors from that team, and wow, I mean, just think what I think they're probably in line to make a run for the 3rd state title.
Oh, absolutely.
And the thing is, Steve, I recognize most of those girls that are playing soccer are also on the girls basketball team.
Yeah, and a lot of them play softball as well.
Yeah, and they're good at all those sports.
Yeah.
So I always like to watch Central Columbia's girls play basketball.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you were talking about I think it was Haley Bull.
Yeah, Haley Bull.
She's the third.
She's the third bull.
The third bull. I've been friends with her dad for a number of years. Not a lot of people know it. He was a very outstanding midget auto racer for the late 90s into the 2000s. Nobody beat him. He was an amazing guy. And I talked to him before a game one time. I said, "Do these girls know what you did?" He said, "No, I know. I don't talk about it."
Doesn't they have a business right outside of Berwick, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It's his father-in-law, I believe, that has it. Right outside of Berwick, actually, where there used to be a micro midget track there at the end of the airport.
Well, I always thought the bull. When I was coaching back in the early '90s, middle school basketball, every time we played Berwick, they always had a couple of bull girls on that team. So I always thought that was a Berwick name, and you're right, it is. They just happen to be going to central school districts.
Well, it's like how many Sunbury, Northumberland names, and now they're in Selinsgrove.
That's right. You got it.
And speaking of basketball and wrestling, we are trying to put together a little bit of a preview for you here in the upcoming games to take a look at the winter sports that Shikellamy has some of the winter sports, but not by any means all of them. There are a number of other sports that we won't have. But
well, I think we have the head basketball coach with us. Here every night because Billy Ziegler is the PA announcer. All right, so, and you get Coach Bosch down there, we can do wrestling too.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we are just about ready to kick off to start the second half. Let's take this short time out. You're watching Shikellamy Brave High School football and listening to it on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel.
At JJ Powell, we know keeping your home warm shouldn't be a hassle. With Easy Pay, you get capped pricing, budget-friendly payments, and automatic delivery, so you can relax and take it easy. Don't wait. Join online at jjpowell.com or call 800-432-0866 today. JJ Powell, take it easy.
Troy Zerman, head coach. Meet my team.
Dennis, quarterback.
Glenn Williams, safety.
Trevor Mitros, tight end.
James Stokes, linebacker.
Brian Janelle, quarterback.
Tyler Undercuffler, wide receiver.
Gabe, running back.
At Zimmerman Motors, we're passing the savings on to you. We have 4x4 Jeep Compasses under $30,000.
So stop in and see why people have been coming from all over the region to Zimmerman's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Sunday and experience what we call the Zimmerman difference.
With gas rewards at Wise, your everyday purchases can add up to big savings at the pump. So next time you're fueling the kids after practice, filling up your fridge, or topping off your dinner table, you can shop and save in-store and at the pump, so your wallet isn't running on empty. Earn one Wise reward point for every qualifying dollar you spend, and save up to $1 off per gallon with Wise Gas Rewards.
Eat better, spend less, that's Wise.
And we are back on the YouTube channel, ready for the kickoff to start the second half. Peg, line drive kick, and taken at the 10. That is Pollock. He'll come straight up the field across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Braves will have a first and 10.
Thomas went straight up the field this time. He didn't try to, get around anybody, and that was probably his best choice as he gets it out to about the inside. About the 32, like you said. So we'll see if the Braves can put together a drive here.
And the Braves first and 10. And we will have running backs on both sides of Raybuck to start the second half. Raybuck drops back, fires, finds Pollock at the 35. Pollock turns it upfield and out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Pick up a 7.
Yeah, that's really tough for people to stop. There were 3 guys out here on him that time, and Brody still delivered it.
And we are back on News Radio 1070 WKOK. School's not out, school's still in, and we're playing football here. The Braves with a 2nd and 3 after the completion to Pollock off on the right side. They'll send 2 wideouts to the left. Raybuck with the backs to his side. Hand off to Turbo Ortiz. Turbo Ortiz looking for a place to go, and boy, did somebody get a handful of face masks there. The flag's finally thrown. Ortiz not real happy with that whole thing. There was no blocking for him. He was looking for a hole to open up. That didn't happen, and luckily somebody from Bloomsburg got a handful. Yeah, Ortiz definitely not happy. He says, "You give me the ball, I want somebody to block for me."
That's a big one too, 15.
Yeah. Oh, they had a good handful of it.
Well, there's about 4 or 5 guys were making the tackle and driving him backward, so.
Now the ball moved into Bloomsburg's side of the field, 45-yard line, the new line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Stahl and Walter wide to the right. He'll go into motion. Handoff up the middle. And that is Vaders.
1 man away from him going the distance. All right. Another first down for the Braves.
Vaders gets the ball down to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. He's going to come off. Ortiz back on. It'll be Ortiz and is it Keeley over there?
I think it might be Vaders. It looks like it's number 6.
Oh, it is. Okay, it is Vaders, yeah. And he'll get the call. Same play. He'll get down to the 30-yard line.
A lot of times people don't like to run a back-to-back play, but, you know, it worked the first time. This time he didn't get a first down, but he picked up 4 yards.
Yeah, keep doing it till they stop you.
This game started with a pass, and the last have been after the penalty. We've had 2 running plays, and there was a running play before the penalty.
2nd and 6. Stahl wide right in motion, and handoff to Turbo Ortiz, and again, they're just stringing him out, bringing the team and tackling him.
One of the things the Braves, I think, are going to discover is that the more they try to run east and west, it gets tough on them. So, and again, looks like Rosinski's coming out. He's been dealing with that foot the whole season.
Hobbling off. Trying to look like, it's all right, coach, it doesn't hurt. Leave me in, but yeah, it's obvious.
Now, Keeley does come in for Vaders this time.
Yeah, Vaders off.
I don't think they got a tackle in there yet for, oh yeah, there he is. Gladiel's in there.
They better get going. Time winding down on the play clock. Oh, everybody in motion, and flags are going to fly on that one.
Motion.
Oh, man. Just disorganization for the Braves with 2 players coming off, getting the subs in there and getting the play in. And
you know, you don't realize when one of your regular guys gets injured, sometimes that throws the sideline into turmoil because you're trying to get somebody in for him and you're trying to make the play call and you're trying to get the right guys in. It's a 5-yard penalty, but it's still going to be. I think it's good. Or they might not. They might make it 4th down here. Declined. Yep.
Yeah,
it's
they're going
4th
to decline.
down. Yep. It's a good call by Bloomsburg.
Yeah, good strategic play there. So it'll be 4th and 8. Ball on the 32-yard line.
No, they're going for it.
Stahl and Walter wide to the left. Pollock wide right. Turbo Ortiz in the backfield. Fake the jet. Firing downfield, looking for Pollock. Pollock into the end zone. Touchdown, Shikellamy! Wow. They dropped that right in the bread basket.
That was one heck of a pass. You know, we were talking to Brody's dad, Mark, here, and Mark said he talked a little bit about getting some air underneath that ball, and all he did was lay it out in the corner of the end zone, and again, our answer to vertical pass patterns, Thomas Pollock hauls it in.
I'll tell you what, the hardest hit that Ray Buck took there is from quarterback coach Blaze Zeiters. He's still pushing him around.
That was prettier than the one he had at Central Mountain.
That was
first
a beauty.
One, so.
DePhillips on for the extra point. Corbin Stahl, the holder. High snap this time. Stahl pulls it down, looking, and he's going to get tripped up in the backfield.
You know, that's been I'm going to use the word bugaboo.
Yeah.
And the Braves all year long, they can't get that center snap, the center back to the holder. That's so important. The first time it was too low, it bounced out. This time it was up above of Corbin's hands, and he had to try to get out of there. So, again, the Braves down by 1, but that was one heck of a start to the second half for them.
It was 22-21. Now the defense needs to answer and stop these Panthers. The Braves quickly getting into the flow of the game here after halftime.
You know, they might not have gotten the extra point, but they might have gotten into the heads of the Bloomsburg players a little bit. You know, one thing I've noticed about Bloomsburg's defense, they just don't like to tackle you. It looks like they like to put a hurting on you, and that came back to haunt them there on that tackling of Derek Turbo Ortiz, because they had a bunch of guys on him, and they knocked him down, but they used the face mask to get him down too. Anyway, 9:08 to go in the third quarter. Braves down by 1.
Kickoff and a low line drive. Going to come down on the far side. I think that's Moore Stewart. Trying to shed some tacklers, still on his feet. And is finally knocked down around the 31-yard line.
The ball came out, but he was down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the referee came over and made a real quick call on that one.
I don't think he was pointing at his shoe.
No.
Right, when he did that. So, well, Bloomsburg out on their own 31-yard line. Not bad starting position for a team that is very, very, they can strike like lightning too.
Big defensive series for the Braves. Bloomsburg came to the line of scrimmage. Now they decide they're going to huddle up. They're going to send Whedon and Rosini out wide to the left, looking for Catoulis. He's probably over on the far side.
Lined up at tight end.
Yeah, he lined up at tight end. Brocious pulls the ball down. Option play, and he's going to turn it upfield. Spins, and is stood up and knocked backwards by Turber Ortiz.
When you have that situation, there has to be somebody that his job is the linebacker. Now, if they don't run the option a lot of times it doesn't happen. All right, and that time it did not happen. Nobody came up to challenge him, so he just turned it upfield and picked up 7 yards.
Looked a bit tenuous on it. I wonder if we'll see that too much more here tonight. Moore Stewart going to line up to the right side of Brocious. Brocious rolls right. Well, as soon as I say that, looks like he did it again. Now Brocious into the line, turns, runs, comes back the opposite way, and is going to pick up the first down. He was tackled a couple times, but managed to get free.
Well, you know that he spins, all right, and if you don't go through him, he's going to spin out of your tackle. And they had him for about a 2-yard loss, and then they had him for a 1-yard loss, and instead he picks up the first down after the third missed tackle. So it looks like they had a little talk at halftime about their running game, and say, well, let's use the best runner we have, and that would be the quarterback.
Yep. 49-yard line, the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10, 2 wideouts to the left, and that includes Moore Stewart, who is the running back. They sent a man in motion, and I saw a
tackle,
big old tackle butt in the air there. He was kind of hard to hide that. That's number 70, which is Braxton Martinez. Well, 6'2", 245. That's why he casts a pretty serious offside shadow.
Once he starts to move, too, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, Steve.
Yeah, he didn't fool anybody on that one. So they're going to send the wideouts out here to the left. This time they're going to keep a running back in the backfield, and that is Gabe Dube, 215 pounds.
Yeah, they've got the freshman running back out here at wideout.
Yeah, Dube played back there a couple plays in the first half. Here comes Rosini in motion. Brocious fires. He's got the big guy, Catoulis, on a slant play. Oh, that isn't Catoulis. That is Whedon on the slant play on the right side.
Number 3, or number 2, yeah. Fastbinder, I thought was going to get him, but he got held up, and I'm going to use the word held, all right, up as he came in from the right side.
2nd and 5, ball on the 46-yard line of the Braves. Brocious looks like he's changing the play. He's going to be in the backfield all by his lonesome. And a keeper, draw play. And again, spins off a tackler, but another 4 dark blue shirts there to meet him, and Brocious pops right back up.
A little bit of a attitude on that one.
Yeah,
so
sure looked like it.
Yep.
He picked up maybe a yard and a half, the ball laying inside of the 45-yard line, the 44.5-yard line. So 3rd down and 3. Brocious looks, fires, looking downfield for Whedon. Whedon wants a flag.
Well,
unless he tugged him beforehand, it looked like he was.
He ran in. I think he ran into the defender out there as much as the defender ran into him. And you're right. After when the ball was thrown, it didn't look like he was on him, but there was some contact out there.
It'll bring up a 4th down. Will it bring on the punting team?
No, I think they'll go for it. Hey, you know what? If that was a play that if you're on the defense, you'll say good call, good no call, and if you're on the offense, you say, boy, you should have called that.
It was terrible.
Terrible call.
Terrible. Wideouts, 2 wideouts on each side. 1 back in the backfield, and that is the big guy, Dube. Brocious under attack, fires, and he's got number 2 crew Whedon, and a reception brings it down. Yeah, 1st down at the 18-yard line.
That could have been picked off. I mean, the defender was right in front of him, and, you know, he got it through his hands, and it was a great catch on that side, too. Just a great catch. And, again, quarterback made that play. He got out of the pocket after he was getting pressured and got himself out in the right flat and made a nice delivery.
Yep, got a little extra time. Gave him a chance to get downfield a bit. So Whedon and Rosini will go out wide to the right. And it looks like Catullus and more Stewart wide to the left.
It's
and Dube will be in the backfield.
Yeah, we got an equipment problem here. So
is that Valderrama coming
yeah,
off?
he's going to come out, and number 32 is going to go in for the Braves, which is Avery Carge.
No, Brocious from the pistol. Dube to his left. Catullus goes in motion to the right. Brocious drops, fires to the left side. Oh, wide open on the slant is Moore Stewart into the end zone. Bloomsburg Panthers. That's the second time they've run that play, and I think the second time they scored with it.
Seemed to be a lot of celebrating down there, buddy.
Yeah. It's a different crew from last week, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Oh, I wouldn't throw the flag, but some people would.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good answer drive by the Panthers, and it all started with them not being able to contain or tackle the quarterback.
Bloomsburg with their swinging gait. Justin Pegg, the kicker, he is set. Now Bloomsburg in position. Good snap, kick is up, and the kick is good, and Pegg is perfect on the evening. So that makes the score 28-21.
29-21
or
now.
29-21.
Yeah, did you put it up yet? Well, that makes it an 8-point game. So it makes it interesting for the Braves if they get another score.
Yeah, still have a lot of time. We still have 5:41 to go in the third quarter. So, you know, that extra point try reminds me of a number of years ago when I was doing Milton High School football, and they had it wasn't a very good kicking game. Let's just say.
Okay, I got you.
And their coach called it the adventure after the touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was. They didn't score a whole lot of extra points.
I thought for years the Braves always had a strong place kicker, and the last couple of years, you know, it seems that hasn't been the place kicker as much as it's been the center snap.
Yeah. High kickoff across the field, going to be pulled in by Gabriel Valderrama. Not Valderrama. No, I thought I saw 60. I'm sorry, it was, number 6.
Vaders.
Yeah. I looked down and I thought, why would Valderrama
He was just missing a 0 in his locker room on his jersey. Well, good to see number 78 for the Braves back in there at offense, and that would be the older Rosinski.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the senior Rosinski, that would be John.
So the Braves 1st and 10, the ball on their own 34-yard line. One running back in the backfield with Raybuck, triple wide receivers out here, and a handoff to Turbert Ortiz, just never able to get a corner.
Well, he doesn't have I'm not being critical. He doesn't have the speed for that type of a run.
Yeah.
And, he tried to, although, look, he picked up almost 5 yards on that. It was very deceiving, I guess, coming out here. But the Braves did a nice job of blocking. But Panthers did a good job of stringing him out.
Yeah, well, like you said, he runs best north and south. Back in the backfield again with him. Brody Raybuck drops back, looks. He's going to be drugged down from behind. That is Dube, Gabe Dube.
I don't like that when you push off the guy that you tackled to get up. You know, I'm just not very sportsmanlike. And I watched 2 guys do that to Brody.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a little protective of the quarterback.
Well, I'm protective of sportsmanship.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't
That's
care
right.
whose quarterback it is.
And if the Braves did it, I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter which team it is.
I agree.
To me, that's just like poor sportsmanship.
3rd and 9 for the Braves. Raybuck with the 2 in the backfield. Looked like Turbo Ortiz left a little early, but didn't get the flag. Throws the ball. Intended receiver is Charlie Walter, but he was hit immediately in the middle of the field, so the Braves going to have to punt the ball away.
This is the first punt of the ball game, I think, for Shikellamy, isn't it?
Well, he had the one that he kicked into the
forgot
backside of
yeah.
his defender.
You mean the non-punt?
Yeah, the
that we had.
Oh, yeah.
First
no, it was a punt because he got it off his foot.
Yeah, he did.
And went 2 feet into somebody's backside.
I'll bet you Bryce won't move back much anymore.
Yeah.
All right. And Brody's probably going to try to make sure he gets it up there before.
Well, he takes his time, makes sure he got a handle on it. High kick. And, Brocious looked like he was going to just stand back and then took 2 steps forward, fielded the ball, but nicely covered by the Braves. Ball will be on the Bloomsburg 28.
Brocious is talking to the 2 guys that just tackled him, all right? I don't understand these kids. I really don't.
Well, you know, when you see that, it usually comes from the sideline.
That's true. You're right.
So, and you know, and we've seen teams throughout the years, they get a reputation of, you know, John or, you know, sometimes dirty play. Now, they haven't really done too terribly dirty, but yeah, there's lots of John and extracurricular activities going on here. Keep in mind, these are teenage boys. You got to keep them under control, guys. Brocious looks to the right side, getting some pressure from behind, pulls the ball down, turns it upfield, and is hit hard. Did he drop the ball? And they're going to say second down.
They said he was down. So
second down.
Which is the right call.
Yeah. He did get hit pretty hard from behind when he was going down.
That was good coverage by the secondary for Shikellamy because he wanted to get rid of that ball immediately. That wasn't open. He got away from one of the guys that was trying to come in from the left side, and he tried to throw it again, and he was covered. So good job by the Braves secondary.
Yeah, you know, when you think about quarterback play in the last 10 to 15 years, that quick read was something that you didn't see years ago.
Exactly.
It was, I'm throwing it, and there it goes. And, boy, he read that and pulled it down quickly. Brocious drops back. No pressure this time. Now he gets some pressure. Steps up.
Oh, wow.
Here, eat this.
That was Noah Johnson, the sophomore.
Wow. Now he's holding his hands up. Like, what's going on?
Is there a penalty?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe that. Hey, something over on the other side, maybe? Oh, man.
Face mask.
Face mask. I don't think it was Noah, though. Boy, he just laid Brocious out. Well, you know what, penalty or not, that's something Brocious is going to think about.
It's only a 5-yarder, so it wasn't intentional. But they'll repeat second down.
Yeah, I didn't see. That was way over on the far side. I don't think it had anything to do with the play there.
Noah just basically hit him in the back and wrapped his arms and just fell on top of him.
Yeah.
It was a good solid sack, if you want to call it a sack or you know.
Coach Hoover going out and questioning that, and now he's going to come back over and question the lineman some more, and we're back underway. This is the offensive line or formation you told me we're going to see.
Yeah, double slots. They put people in motion.
Catulus in motion. Brocious fakes under pressure.
Intercepted.
And it's going to be picked off. Down the left side, that is number 28, Chase Swartz, and Swartz stopped just before going out of bounds.
Well, Chase was standing there in the right spot. That was his place in the zone, and Brocious made a big mistake. He overthrew the guy that was in front of him, and that was the intended receiver. And you know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, if he doesn't catch that, you know, and Chase went to the house with it almost. So the Braves in good position, 4-yard line.
Swartz with a big INT. You know what? We might be looking at the Shamokin Dam
back. Yeah, you're right.
Health Center backbreaker play of the game right there. Braves can turn this into some points, and 2:29 to go in the third quarter. Just keep some momentum going. 2 backs to the right side of Raybuck. Brings Stahl in motion. Looks under pressure, is going to step up. And we'll get down to the 6-yard line. Looks like he threw a nice little stiff arm in there.
We just don't want to run the ball on first down sometimes.
No.
You know, you got to give them a look. Now 2nd down, and I think they lost a yard or 2. I think they're on the 6. Again, trying to call something in from the sidelines.
You better get rocking and rolling here, guys.
Yeah,
time winding down, under 10 seconds.
Play clock down to 7 right now.
Think they'll have enough time. Raybuck drops back, looks to the left side. He's got a man into the end zone. Touchdown, Shikellamy.
Derek Ortiz, Turbo Ortiz, not to be denied on that one, Steve.
No, he was not. Caught the ball and made that last 1.5 yards on his own.
You know, we can't say enough about the Braves' offensive line right now. They've basically been giving Brody a lot of time to throw the ball. They're gonna go for 2, which I think is a good move here.
29-21. It gets everything back in sync if they can get it.
Should be 29-27, and they just didn't put the 6 up there yet. Well, now we're down to 8 seconds.
Looks like they're going to sneak it.
I don't think so.
No. Oh, he pulls out.
They're going to do. He's in.
Yeah, I mean, they had everybody in there like they were going to do the tush push, and he pulled out, rolled around the left side. Wow. What a drive by the Braves. Not a long drive, but, man, that interception, huge for Shikellamy.
They did that the other time. But I think there was a penalty. You know, Brody just pulls it out of there. And who else would you run in the ball off tackle but your quarterback, who's, what, 220 pounds and is like tackling a tank, all right? And
quick.
Yeah, quick, and just did a nice job of turning it up right away. Well, we got another ball game here, 29-29.
Yes, we do.
This reminds me of last year's game up at Bloomsburg, you know, just going back and forth. But again, the big play was the interception, all right, by Schwartz. I mean, just I know that that Brocious would like to have that back again, but Chase Schwartz says thank you very much.
Yep. Too much improvisation by Brocious. Well, you know, talking with the coaches beforehand, they said, look, they've got a lot of guys that are going both ways. We're hoping that we can tire them down and take advantage of that in the late 3rd and into the 4th quarter. And right now it looks like that's what they're doing.
Onside.
Yeah, onside kick. Oh, and do the Braves get it? It's still loose. Oh, no.
You can't run with it.
Well, it was a good idea to get up and get out of there, though, that's for sure.
They should have had it.
Covered by Wyatt Schrader. But, boy, it hit the first pile and then squirted back. Looked like the Braves had it, but that will give Bloomsburg some pretty good field position.
Now, I may be an old, big lineman, but we were always told don't fall on the ball with your chest and stomach. Curl up on it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened both times. They fell on it flat and the ball came out. So Bloomsburg's lineman and Shikellamy lineman.
Well, you know what? If you don't get some text on that big old lineman remark,
that's true.
I'm disappointed with all of your fans.
I could have said something else. I could have put another adjective in there, but I didn't. Oh, he's holding his leg.
Oh, and knocked free. Downfield by Stahl, and Stahl going to do some jawing over there.
Well, number 41, Bryce Broomball, was trying to get out. He was being held by the tackle. The tackle had his arm around his leg.
Well, Wyatt Brocious, the Braves not putting a lot of pressure on him. Actually, just the one guy really in there rushing.
You know, the officials have to talk to the coaches and tell them to get there. Look, they're just jawing at it. They're just jawing back and forth. Timeout, Shikellamy.
Yeah, Shikellamy. I think Coach Hoover doesn't like that. I can tell you that.
Well, you know, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Well,
but that's the way things, you know, the kids see, the kids watch it on TV.
Yes,
it doesn't matter if it's college or if it's pros. You know, every time somebody does something good to another person, you know, or, you know, they just got to get in their face.
Yeah.
That's your job. Your job is to beat the person that's defending you or make the tackle with the guy that's running the ball or knock the pass down. It's not to, after you do the job, is, number one, celebrate. Number two, just start jawing.
I absolutely agree with you. All that junk has filtered down from above.
They didn't throw anybody out of the game, did they?
I don't think so.
Right now, I think that's Coach Wiest is having a heart-to-heart contact with Gadiel Valderrama down here. And he's not out there. He's usually on defense out there.
Yeah, he's a guy they need. They also need to settle him down.
They've got Kashuba in there, and Kashuba's been doing a pretty decent job, but, Gladiel's just a little bit more bulk and a little bit more speed. Now he's putting his helmet back on. All right. Now they're trying to figure – it's second down. Thank you, guys.
2nd and 10 after that brouhaha. And Brocious in the backfield by himself.
I often wondered, why isn't that a penalty? Everybody's down and then they get up, all right?
I don't know. They don't have all the cardboard cutouts over there sending the play in. Brocious looks out to the right side and fires a strike to Crew Whedon, who makes the reception. You know who we haven't called here recently?
Number 11. Is that true?
Yeah, I haven't talked to about him in a while.
No, they haven't gone to him. That was all that Hoover could do out there, was because he looked like he was going to do a fly pattern and he came back. What they'll do on that, I've seen, is he'll do that, come back, and then he'll do what we call a snake route. He'll take off again, hoping to suck that defender in. And I'm sure that Maddox Hoover has seen that watching Bloomsburg play.
3rd and 4, the ball at the 47-yard line. Brocious going to bring a man in motion. That is Moore Stewart. Brocious under some pressure, looking for some room. Breaks free of the pile, looking downfield, and he finds a man over the middle. Crew Whedon. Whedon with the first down, and more as he takes the ball down inside of the 29-yard line. And another penalty. In addition to all the flags flying, there's no flow to this game.
They're going to call.
Yeah, they're going to call a face mask.
No, they're not going to call a face mask. They're going to call getting hit. One of our guys hit him while he was down. Oh, now they're pointing the other side.
I don't know. I thought I saw him reach for his face. Let's see what he does here.
Face mask. Against them.
Whoa.
Well, I apologize.
Yes.
I apologize. Yes, that was the right call.
It's amazing how insightful these referees are.
I thought our guy fell on top of him, all right, after he was down, and I thought that was what the foul was for.
Yeah, I saw one of the referees coming over and just kind of motioning toward his face.
It is a first down, though. We're 26 seconds to go in this quarter that seems to last forever.
Yeah.
The third quarter. It's all tied up 29-29 here.
All righty, 1st and 10. Brocious going to hand off. That is Moore Stewart. Moore Stewart into the secondary, and a big run, still on his feet, and into the end zone. Bloomsburg. And that might be the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. He was tackled, spun free.
Almost like he did a duck under there, too. All right. You stop and think about.
And 1 second left.
Yeah. Brocious has been hard to tackle.
Yeah.
Now we got the freshman running back here. All right. And the guy with 2 names.
Moore Stewart.
Number 25, Jari Moore Stewart. I'll tell you, I don't know if you want to say it's been an entertaining game, but it's been an entertaining game.
It has. I just wish we'd get over the flags.
Yeah. That's the bad part about it.
Yep.
I mean.
Now the kick is up and good, and that gives the Panthers another 7-point lead.
35-29, and looks like we'll get the kickoff, and that'll be it. All right, so until the fourth quarter.
Well, we thought before that touchdown that was going to be it, but
They're, you know, you think about it, there's been 3 guys that have done the damage, and you know, we number 11, you know, he was the one they were going to originally, the junior defensive or half, no, they have him as halfback, but basically he's been running tight end and wide out.
Yeah.
Jack Catullus. And number 25, I think that's his 3rd touchdown of the evening, if I'm not mistaken. Jerry Moore Stewart, 2 on passes and one on a run. And of course the quarterback, what can we say about him? He's just been hard to catch.
You know, Crew Whedon has been doing a lot of reception too. He hasn't scored yet, but he's playing some critical roles. Pollock cuts to the outside, cuts back to the inside, and is tripped up as he crosses the 35-yard line.
That's a good return. Excellent return by Thomas Pollock.
Yep, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th and final quarter coming up. After this, you're listening to Shikellamy High School Football, News Radio 1070, and watching it on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back right after this.
1,300 acres of prime hunting ground. Corporate hunts, sporting clays, continental shoots. Complete your visit with overnight accommodations, now available. We are Martz's Gap View Hunting Preserve.
Come let us start your family traditions here at Martz's. Come check us out.
Quality ringneck pheasant hunting. Martz's.com.
This world is filled with breathtaking moments where every road is an invitation to adventure and new stories. Built for those who crave exploration, freedom of the open road, and above all, safety. Subaru will take you through the rugged mountains and everywhere in between, empowering you to experience the wonders of nature like never before. Whether you're a trailblazer or a weekend explorer, come and visit W&L Subaru, where we will help you discover the joy of driving and embrace your love of the great outdoors.
And we are back on the WKOK Sports YouTube channel to start the 4th quarter. And welcome back to listeners on News Radio 1070 WKOK. Handoff to Turber Ortiz. Looking for some room, didn't find anything. In fact, it looks like he maybe lost 2.
Well, he got back to the line of scrimmage, then he spun out, and the entire pile came with him.
Yeah.
He was surrounded by white uniforms with red letters, and that wasn't good.
Yeah, he's not a spinner. He's not an east-west runner. He is a north-south runner, and that's where they need to use him.
You need to give him an opening. He's got to have a hole to run through when he gets up there. Once he gets into the linebacker secondary area, he's hard to bring down.
Jet sweep handoff to Vaders. Vaders, the ball popped up, but he got control of it again very quickly and gets out to the 40-yard line, so some positive yardage.
Yeah, with the yard they lost and the 2 he picked up, it was 3 yards. But now we've got a big 3rd down already.
3rd and 8.
Yeah, 3rd and 8.
Yep. Nose of the football just short of the Braves' 40-yard line. Stalwalter wide left, Pollock wide right. Turbo Ortiz to the right, fake the jet sweep. Raybuck looking for some room. He's going to be sacked.
There's just too much time for him to be back there, and you know, if he looked off of his first receiver and didn't, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're a quarterback at this level, you got one guy you want to throw to and maybe the second guy, but if they're both covered, it's hard for kids like this to get the 3rd receiver, and especially when your line, you know, is going up against a very good defensive line from Bloomsburg.
4th and 10. Raybuck stays in to punt the ball away. Ball goes in the general direction of Brocious, who this time steps back away. The last time he ran in and took it and kind of started a little bit of a tussle.
Maybe he thought he'd catch him by surprise that time, but it was a pretty decent tackle. Well, the Braves need a stop here.
Yes, they do.
They can't afford to let Bloomsburg go the length of the field and score again. Then, you know, you're down by 2 scores. That'd be extremely difficult to come back.
1st and 10 from the 28. Panthers with the double wide out.
This was their standard set the whole game against Hughesville.
Brocious makes the clap. He's got Doob. He was on the left side. Now he strolls over to the right side. We're back underway. Fakes it to Doob. And Brocious with the keeper. Somebody, one of the Braves tacklers looked like he was ripping the ball out.
They didn't tackle him. They tried to go after the ball. And it allowed him to pick up 8 yards. By the way, Kevin Herr just texted me that the Jersey Shore Penwood game's been moved to Saturday at 2:30, so that's why there's no score.
Lansdowne is where it's at, so we have time to get down there for that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll meet you at the school at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, yeah. If I'm not there, go without me.
And now Brocious under center. Makes the lunge forward. And let's see where they mark it down under the pile. Looks like he's going to have the first down. Well, speaking of that, do we have some other scores?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Just, just got to get back on the phone here.
Yeah, well, you're enjoying your apple, enjoying a football game.
Yeah, apple a day.
At the football game.
At the football game.
1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Hollidaysburg up on Selinsgrove 36-14 in the third quarter. Wait till after this play.
Brocious back, pump fake, under pressure. Spins around under more pressure. Fires downfield. Overthrows his intended receiver. That was Crew Whedon.
You know, when you're a defensive lineman, even if you're good, if you got a quarterback that can spin and move like Brocious does, it kind of makes you look silly back there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tough. He really is. I mean, the Braves, they're doing everything they can to contain him. It's just difficult. There's an interesting, it's tightened up out in Shamokin. It's Shamokin 17, Lewisburg 12 in the third quarter.
Wow. So 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. And Brocious will bring Morris Stewart back into the backfield with him. Lines up to the left side. Here comes Rosini in motion. Hand off to Morris Stewart. Finds a hole, makes a hole, runs around some tacklers, and is finally taken out of bounds by Corbin Stahl.
He stops. You see that play? He actually stopped and went laterally to his right. Okay, and once he did that, he was past the guy that really had a good shot at him. Here's a score you haven't seen too often. Midwest 6, Milton nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Midwest with a goal, or goal score.
Southern Columbia in the fourth quarter up on Montoursville 19-9.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line of the Braves. Hand off to Morris Stewart. Same play, same side, different result.
Still picked up a couple of yards.
Yep.
Danville ahead of Loyalsock 21-3 in the fourth quarter. Mifflinburg 42-0 over Central Columbia in the fourth quarter.
How about them Wildcats this year, huh?
Yeah, they're playing very well.
Yeah, they are. Second and 7. And again, Bloomsburg, they'll just stand up and look over to see what the call is.
Well, they're taking as much time as they can to get that clock down.
This time the fake, and Brocious going to keep it.
How does a guy that small drag 3 or 4 guys along with him?
Yeah, he looks like the fullback.
Keeps his legs going.
3rd down, just short of the first down by about 1.5 yards.
Muncie over South Williamsport 49-21 in the fourth quarter. Listen to this score. Mount Carmel 49, Central Columbia 20, or Central Mountain 20.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something.
Central Mountain on a scoring spree, huh?
Yeah. Hughesville up on Warrior Run 22-14. That's in the fourth quarter.
No, Catulus and Morris Stewart wide out to the left. Brocious again with the sneak.
He got it.
Yeah. Let's take him out there to take some defenders out of that middle. That's the second time we've seen that on this drive.
And they're just eating this clock up here in the fourth
Did
quarter.
he get it? It is fourth down. He didn't get it.
Oh,
I was going to say, I saw the lineman coming over holding up 4 fingers.
It's very close.
Yeah.
But now he's not in there. Now he's going to come up.
He's going to step up and do it again.
He's way over that time.
Yeah. That's why they bring Doob in. Doob gets his hands on the ham hocks and shoves them into fair territory there. Doob 6'2", 215. The tush-push specialist.
Yeah, that's your job.
Yep.
Line Mountain up on James Buchanan 31-17 at halftime, and Berwick up over Williamsport 28-14 at halftime. And that'll do it.
1st and 10. Time winding down here. 5:43. The Braves need a takeaway.
That pass was out to a guy who hasn't thrown to for a while. Number 11, which would be the junior Jack Catullus, and the ball wasn't thrown very well, and he was low and he dropped it. Actually, it went through his hands.
And the Braves definitely need to guard him against giving him even one more big play, because when he gets his hands on it, it's a big play. All right, back in the gun. He's got Doob in the backfield, brings Catullus in motion to the right. Going to follow Doob through the hole, down across the 25 to the 24-yard line. I believe that's enough for a first down, based on where the lineman is.
He saw the linebackers were going to fire, and he just went where the linebackers were and on that play and picked up good yards. And you notice he slid there because why should I get hurt here? I got a first down, and we'll just run some more time off the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
We're down to 5:17 here in the fourth quarter. They'll take as much time as they can. Good clock management by the Bloomsburg coaches and the Bloomsburg Panthers team.
Moore Stewart back onto the field as Doob goes off.
I would imagine he'll get the ball this time.
Wind up to the right side. Whedon in motion. And that's exactly it. Moore Stewart with the ball. Making some people miss and then runs into a pile of blue shirts, but down to the 20-yard line.
I don't think we've seen a running back that can, it's one of those things. He only uses his speed when he gets the open, but he does a nice job of, avoiding tackles. I mean, whether he steps to the side or spins, but most of it's a stop and step to the side. And it's kind of like the Braves are going where he was and not where he is.
Whedon wide to the right side. Catullus will line up at the tight end position on the right side. Fake to Moore Stewart. And a quarterback keeper, Brocious, around the left side.
And he stayed in bounds.
Stayed in bounds and got a first down.
What do they call that? RPO, run pass option. Yeah. And, that time a lot of people went with the running back, and Brocious kept the ball. All right. So they're down on, let's see, on the 11-yard line, and we're down to 3:50. The Braves are going to have to start thinking about using a timeout here. They're never going to get the ball back.
No, they aren't. Whedon will come out wide to the right. Bloomsburg.
They're well synchronized. They all stand up at the same time.
They do.
It's almost like the Rockettes.
Yeah, it's a nice dance routine. Brocious. He'll hand it off to Moore Stewart, and he is stopped in his tracks by Turber Ortiz.
Well, that time there wasn't going to step around when you tackle his legs. And nice job there by Derek Turber Ortiz.
But he'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
But, they got a new fresh clock. They're going to run this down, probably down to about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before they're going to snap the ball.
Yeah, they are in absolutely no hurry whatsoever. The play clock at 10. They might even let it roll down and take a timeout.
Yeah. Sure, why not? They don't need their timeouts.
That's exactly what they're going to do. 1 second on the time clock and a timeout for the Bloomsburg Panthers.
Well, the Braves have 2 timeouts left. Now that means the Panthers used their first timeout out of 3, so they're also down to 2.
Take this moment to thank some of our sponsors here, including Purdy Insurance, Ad One, and Shamokin Dam Health Center, Cole's Stony Hill Tree Farm, Service First Federal Credit Union, and the Sunbury Housing Authority, Buffalo Wild Wings, Fresh Roasted Coffee, and J.D. Feaster Earthworks, T. Ross Brothers Construction, Weiss, Benner, and Rice, Steve Shannon Tire and Auto, and Surplus Outlet, and the Midtown Bistro. You know, when you read through that, there are a lot of Shikellamy grads in business that are really supporting us. It's great.
Yep.
We have Sunbury Motor Company, Northumberland National Bank, W&L Subaru and Lackawanna College, J.J. Powell and Wise Markets, Marks, Gap, View, Hunting Preserve. There's a Line Mountain guy.
But his mom taught at Shikellamy.
Okay, Zimmerman, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Truck. I was thinking as Troy was doing the commercial, he was a quarterback here. What?
Yes, he was.
We won't give up his age. Maybe 20 years ago.
Pretty good quarterback, also, and you also coached the junior high kids for a while.
Yeah, I did. So we are back underway.
That was knocked down by Schwartz over there. Almost had a second interception. That stops the clock.
Yeah, looking for Shane Fry. Fry out there on the wide side left.
Well, now that it'd be interesting if the Braves can stop them on this third down. I would, with the way that their place kicker can boom the ball, I would imagine they might look for a field goal.
2 wideouts to the right side, and again the synchronized stand-up.
It's pretty good.
We had to try that. We'd see if we could synchronize it.
I doubt if we could, Steve.
It'd take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Brocious, quarterback keeper, picking his way through, still on his feet, and brought down at the 4-yard line, short of the first down, but I don't think they're good. Well, will they bring the kicker in?
Here he comes.
All right.
Timeout by the Braves, which they had to do that. Yeah,
here he is.
Number 9's going to come out. Hey, listen, he makes the field goal. It's basically a 2-score lead. That's again, you got to give Bloomsburg's offense a lot of credit. They, it was a great drive, and they just the coaches did a nice job of managing the clock. They ran off probably a good 6-7 minutes here. And the Braves have to be careful they don't jump off sides, but you want to also try to make sure that you put a little pressure on the kicker.
Peg strolls out. He's got Dominic Rossini to hold the ball for him. He's been perfect tonight. Oh, the Panthers lining up for the field goal. It'll be a 22-yarder. Snap is high, the kick is up, and the kick is good. A 22-yard field goal by Peg. And that makes it a 10-point game.
Yes, it does.
39-29.
Yeah.
That very well could be the Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game right there. That long drive followed up by a field goal.
I would say you could take the entire drive if you want to. How about the
way they use the clock?
Shamokin Dam backbreaker drive of the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, they did everything right there. They used up the clock. They got down there. They were able to put 3 points up, make it a 2-score game.
And they did it without throwing the ball. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, when they did, they threw incomplete.
Exactly.
All right, and the Braves need something crazy to happen here. Peg, he's not going to give him a chance. Dribbles it along the ground, and it is fielded at the 35-yard line by Avery Carge.
And he did what he's told, just fall on the ball.
Yep. And the Braves, I guess we could say First and goal from their own 35.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they need. 65-yard drive followed by some more magic. 2:22 to go in the football game. Braves will come out onto the field. Vaders and Turbo Ortiz, let's see where they line up. Vaders is going to line up in the slot on the left side. Turbo Ortiz to the left of Raybuck. Raybuck drops back, looks, fires downfield. He's got, oh my goodness. He had Mikey Vaders wide open down the left side and just overthrew him.
I think Mikey actually stopped a little bit when he got around, and I thought Brody thought he was out there a little bit further, but a well-thrown ball, and that would have been 6.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nobody's going to catch Vaders when he's in the open.
And
just unbelievable speed there, too.
Nearest defender was about 3 yards behind him. 2nd and 10. Bloomsburg's got everybody on the line. Fires to the right side, looking for Walters on the far side. And covered nicely by Shane Fry.
These guys have a movement for everything. Every time they do something, they got some type of pose or they, honest to goodness, don't get off my yard, get off my lawn. That's how I feel right now. I'm sorry, folks.
Well, you said you were a big old lineman.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
You're just emphasizing the old part now, huh?
Yeah, the real old part.
Time down 2:12, 3rd and 10 for the Braves. Vaders in motion. Raybuck drops back, inside screen, and that is to Luke Keeley. Did not fool the Panthers.
And the big old number 64, he was right there for the screen for the Panthers. That's a Logan Trowell.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the leading tacklers and sackers on the team.
240 pounds of Logan Trowell as well. Turbo Ortiz, the lone setback, trips to the right. Raybuck drops back, fires over the middle, and fires behind Mikey Vaders. So the Braves will turn over the ball on downs, and all the Bloomsburg Panthers have to do is kneel down a couple of times. The Braves have, what, one timeout?
Yeah, one timeout left. But, probably Bloomsburg's offense was keeping Shickellamy's defense on the field. Really, if you think about it, I mean, the defense has been out there a long time in this fourth quarter.
Yeah. So the Bloomsburg Panthers in the victory formation. Brocious will take the knee. And the
I don't know if the Braves are going to call a timeout here.
Nope. If they did, they would have by now.
Yeah. Well, a lot of disappointment over here on the Shikellamy side of this field, and they got themselves down early, 15-0, battled back. Went into the halftime down 22-15, and eventually came out and tied the ball game up in the beginning of the fourth quarter. And then again, Bloomsburg with a touchdown and a field goal to put it away.
And they'll kneel down again. Yeah, they still have to do it one more time.
This will get it down to about 14 seconds.
Well, we could use this time to pick our Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. I think you're right. That drive that ate up the clock and then finished up with the
field goal.
With the field goal.
That was one heck of a job. Basically, the offense getting first downs on yardage, which makes the clock go faster. And the other thing is they just managed the clock very well.
So that will be our Shamokin Dam Health Center backbreaker play of the game. Shamokin Dam Health Center and Workplace Injury Institute, offering medical care, chiropractic care, rehabilitation, more. Call them at 570-743-4333. Dr. Dunnigan will get you hooked up. Well, the final score, Bloomsburg 39, Shikellamy 29. We're back with some stats and some looks ahead, and we'll do that right after this. You're watching and listening to Shikellamy Brave High School on News Radio 1070 WKOK and on the Sunbury YouTube channel. We'll be right back.